What's going on, people? Don't adjust it. It is who you know who it is. Yep, it's me, Stanton. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it off of me because I don't even want it on me right now. Boom. There we go. What's going on, people? This is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show with
Said all.
and
We should have made you go last.
You just showing out right now.
And wait for it.
Kobe?
Stanton, baby.
And I think we're going with spicy again today.
All right. And like I said, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show because
When it's about sports, it becomes our business.
and business just picked up. You know, I had a flashback moment just now.
Say,
Back to my early days on the show.
oh
When
man.
I ain't had no part of the catchphrase or the slogan. You know what I used to do? Used to take his before he said it. I think I did it a good. How many times did it happen? Like
Yeah.
3, 4 times.
You did it enough
Like,
to where you stopped and
the
you knew
best.
better.
Actually, no, I did it to the point where it drew ratings, and I got added onto the show. So, what it was is
Talk
I'm gonna
about your
move my
deal
bottle.
later.
Right.
Talk about your deal.
Ironclad, brother. But anyway, you know what? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Hold on, wait.
Yeah!
Knuckle punch!
I'm gonna hit you with the rain.
Knuckle. See,
Ooh.
that ain't even cool, bro. That ain't even cool.
Might want
So
to get a cast on that.
Right.
knuckle right
we
there.
got a lot of stuff to talk about,
Oh yeah, we do.
and
man.
not a lot of time. So spicy. Tell them what's on your mind.
I've got a lot on my mind. I had to write it down actually. So, what's on my mind is that I believe that the two most important free agency signings this season in the NBA will be Isaiah Thomas and Paul George. So, Paul George will be important because OKC took him knowing that he only had 1 year before free agency. They took a chance hoping that they could convince him to stay, and he ended up signing a long term deal. Now, with the news that just came out today, Toronto's going to take their chances with Kawhi, and I think we'll see more teams that are willing to bet on their city or bet on their system and sign players a year out from their free agency. And the second being Isaiah Thomas. We are less than a calendar year out from him being a potential max player to him now signing for the veterans minimum. So he hurt his hip in like the second or third game during that playoff series, stuck it out, played another 2 or 3 games, and hasn't really been right since. So I wonder if Kawhi and Boogie will, learn from that and not rush themselves back and risk what deals they're eligible for next time. So I feel like the way that those two signings play out will really change the way that we look at the league moving forward.
Yeah, it's interesting.
All right. What's on my mind is DeMar DeRozan, like Drake, is in his feelings, and for good reason too. If you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, a trade was agreed upon with Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto, and Toronto sending who to San Antonio? You guessed it, DeMar DeRozan.
And one other guy.
There's some other guys.
Just some other
Somebody.
dude.
And Danny Green is in that trade. And I know I'm like team Danny Green. So while Kawhi is the big news, I think Danny Green is also a big deal.
Real quick, I just want to point out the fact that she's team Danny Green, but didn't even know that Danny Green and LeBron played on the same team for 1 year. But it's all right.
Nobody paid attention to his first year in the league. So at any rate,
Anywho,
you bringing up old stuff.
Anywho, NT who? Okay. Anywho,
Hmm.
DeMar DeRozan had some choice Instagram things to say. If you give me a second, I'm gonna go ahead and pull them up. I got them here because let's face it, Instagram is the way of the world. So
Is this what's hot on the grams?
yes, this is what's out on the
It's on
ground.
the ground.
I got one.
It took you like seven
Doesn't
weeks,
matter.
but you got it. Wait a minute. This might be breaking news. He might have deleted what he said.
Oh,
He needs to. That's not the way to leave.
I don't understand why these athletes do that.
That's not the way to
They
leave.
make these comments and then they delete them. How do you
Oh,
even make it?
that reminds me. I don't even remember the name of my idiot of the week.
Give me a second.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay. So he said, "Be told one thing and the outcome another. Can't trust them. Ain't no loyalty in this game. Sell you out quick for a little bit of nothing."
Mm.
Then he went on to say, "Soon you'll understand." Then he went on to say, "Don't disturb."
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well,
Now, Annie, for those who don't know, could you please enlighten them as to the meaning behind those posts?
How would I know the meaning behind those posts?
Okay, she playing dumb. So DeMar DeRozan and the Toronto Raptors met up in Vegas
Right.
during
During their summer league.
during summer league, and somebody told somebody that somebody wasn't getting traded. You can feel it.
DeRozan said he asked the GM directly whether or not he would be included in any potential trades because the rumors around the Raptors making a bid for Kawhi have been going around for at least a week. And he said that he was told explicitly that he would not be a part of any trade.
I just want to acknowledge the fact that not even 35 seconds ago, she ain't know what the hell was going on. But then all of a sudden, boop, there it is. All right, just like that. So yeah, that's what's on my mind. Is there any more loyalty
Mm.
in the NBA? And my answer is hell no. Sadal, do we even have to ask? Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Well, Annie,
hmm
um, Stanton,
What's
Mhm.
going on, sir?
um,
It's
Did
on you.
something did something happen?
It's on you right now. So get your shine.
I this was a
Speechless.
celebration.
He's
But I have to say,
he's speechless right now.
I would have to say that it is sad, a sad day in Cardinal Land when awesome coach manager.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you. Because if there's anybody watching the show that believes you right now, that's a damn shame.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
All right,
Okay.
and it's back on you.
This wonderful coach, Mike Matheny.
Okay, I can't sit here and listen to this. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
Hear me out.
No, I'm not gonna hear you out.
Hear
I'm
me
pulling
out.
Kanye right now.
Here-
What you doing is great and all, and I'm gonna let you finish.
You gotta let me finish.
Can we take a vote?
You gotta let me finish.
All
I
right,
vote Sadal finishes.
Thank you. Thank you.
go.
Now, back to what I was saying about the sad day for Cardinal fans and players. Management had to let Mike Matheny go. He is definitely a future Cardinal Hall of Famer,
You might be.
and he should have been the coach forever for the Cardinals. And I also would like to say, psych! Hashtag mission accomplished. Hashtag Matheny fired. Hashtag greatest day of my life. Yes. Thank you for the Cardinals to. Can I have 5 seconds? Can I have 5 seconds right now? Can I have
I don't know. We a PG show.
Man, look, I will save that.
Matter of fact, you know what? I ain't never heard him say it. Yeah, get your 5 seconds on, brother.
Look, man. Mozeliak finally grew a set of balls and fired this man.
Okay.
It was
hold on,
total
Let
agony.
me stop you there. That was a pure Sadal 5 seconds.
Yes,
That was
it
still
was.
PG.
It was.
Oh my goodness.
It was.
Oh my goodness.
I
Very
am.
technical.
I am ecstatic.
Do you see how
I
he
am-
excited with the 5 seconds? I don't even know what to say.
Man, look, the Cardinals finally, I don't know what got into Mozeliak, but he has been showing up and showing out. He should have did this a long time ago. Ever since the show started, I've been saying, fire Matheny. This dude he's a great guy, good human being, piss poor manager. And I've been called a hater. I've been called an anti-Cardinal fan. I've been called negative on this show. And This is the ultimate. The ultimate. Uh, this is the ultimate thing, man. I am speechless, guys. America, this needed to happen.
Wait a minute.
He's talking directly to America.
Yes.
In America.
Not just St. Louis.
This needed to
Not
happen.
Missouri.
Right.
But America.
America.
And you know what's so funny about it?
Not America. Not them. That's a different country.
America.
About America.
I mean, well, we could have went the Bernie Mac route, which would have been funny. Granted, the meme you posted.
Yeah.
You know, America.
I'm happy.
God. No.
Now the hashtag is Matheny fired.
So what's your next move? What's your next cause? Now that you've found success, what are you taking up next?
I say archery.
You know what, Henny?
I say maybe changing the blues organization.
I'm lost.
I say archery.
There's nobody to hit.
There's not, man, without a
Archery
purpose.
is really fun. You know, just take up the art of archery. Like, use that hatred you have
Archery.
for Matheny. Archery is really fun. Don't knock it till you try it. You tried archery?
I have.
Oh, ain't it fun?
Sorry.
What?
If your services are available, I would like to employ you.
Okay. Who are we hating?
Uh-oh.
As a Clippers fan for the last decade,
Okay.
I have been leading the march for Fire Doc, hire Mark. Fire Doc Rivers, hire Mark Jackson. Just Fire Doc for the longest time.
Man down.
Hire Mark Jackson for the last couple of, well, basically since he was unceremoniously let go from Golden State. And I haven't gotten any movement.
You know
So if you take up the Fire Doc cause, I feel like you are the man for the job. And you can get this done for Clippers Nation.
You know, I think I want to retire from hating.
You want to retire the champ?
I want to retire from hating. You know, I want to retire on top right here. Because if you've been following this show, everything that I've said has been the total opposite. I said the Patriots going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, I gotta step in right here. Most of the things he said have been the total opposite on purpose.
Yeah.
Most of the things are followed
it was
with,
on
and I
purpose.
quote, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yes, I hope I'm wrong, and I've been wrong.
Been wrong,
a long time.
wrong.
And I'm tired.
Tired of being wrong.
I'm tired of being wrong.
Tired of being a hater.
Tired of being a hater.
I'm so tired.
Well, enjoy your retirement.
I'm so tired.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, what we do on the show, man. We bring up songs.
Yeah, with Stanton leading us, everything's
I'm
going to come
happy.
with a
Does
chorus.
this bring us into the next topic right now?
Yes, it does. All right, for those who have been a faithful watcher of the show, our faithful constituents, for the longest, we've just been hearing Fire Matheny.
Yes.
Smooth with that's what needs to change. Outside of Fire Matheny, what moves can the Cardinals make right now to be effective? Fire Matheny. What should the Cardinals do in the offseason? Fire Matheny. What if the Cardinals don't make it to the playoffs for a third straight year? Fire Matheny.
What will the Cardinals look like after the All-Star break?
Fire Matheny. What's the temperature outside? Oh, it's hotter than Fire Matheny outside. What do you want to eat? Hey, can I get a Fire Matheny 6-inch sub with extra cheese? Like he'll say Fire Matheny for stuff that don't even matter. Leading prayer, church, Heavenly Father, we just ask that you grant us the serenity to Fire Matheny and also world peace and all that other stuff. But more importantly, Fire Matheny. What else?
Hey, that's an awesome God. That's an awesome God.
I feel like he went and got a sheet set made, the pillowcases, the fitted sheet, the over sheet, the blanket. If it came with a blanket, Fire Matheny.
No, it was a comforter, man.
It was a comforter with Fire Matheny. Oh Lord. Yes, all white with red letters with little fire emojis.
A little bed sham, just
a little bed.
very fancy.
Don't judge me.
Strike me as being very fancy.
And matter of fact, I his license plate has recently changed to Fire Matheny. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that changed now.
Okay.
To Matheny fired. What are you gonna do?
Right.
He's gonna flip it, and we ain't gonna be able to read nothing because the back is all metal and stuff. So we just ain't gonna be able to read nothing. So yeah, everything has been Fire Matheny. Well, guess what, people? Matheny got fired like 30 minutes after the game.
Yes.
Like they were like, "Oh, we lost. Oh no, that's it.
Bye."
Not only did they fire him, they fired the hitting coaches too.
Yeah, they fired 3 more coaches.
They fired everybody.
And this is the
Everybody gotta
first
go.
time that a coach has been fired mid-season
It
in over
is.
20 years.
It is. You see more mid-season firings in the NBA.
Yeah,
Maybe in the
the last
NFL.
coach that got fired.
David Platt.
No. Actually, Joe Torre got fired this season,
Huh.
if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no, I was talking to basketball.
Oh,
I was talking about baseball,
oh,
but it hasn't happened often.
no, it doesn't.
That was basketball all the time. Just ask David Blatt. Anyway, that boy.
And Jason Kidd too.
Ah,
Yeah.
Jason ain't having no. Oh, matter of fact, to bring up your point, I don't think we should fire Doc Rivers. I don't know why I'm saying we. I'm not a Clippers fan.
Yeah, so your opinion doesn't matter at all.
I mean,
I would rather have kept Austin Rivers than Doc Rivers.
Oh no, that's just
Yes.
that's just horrid looking. So, like, if you think about it, Doc Rivers ain't changed up his coaching style. His players have definitely changed. You can't give a man garbage and expect him to make filet mignon. All right.
But he didn't have garbage for a number of years. You had a good core in Blake Griffin, CP3, and DeAndre Jordan, and you were never able to
Two
win a series
attitudes and an ankle
convincingly.
break.
You had a nickname and everything.
Two attitudes and
Right.
an ankle break.
I mean, but the thing is that he's not the only coach to have players with attitudes or an injury-prone player. I mean, Golden State. He is not Max. He is not when he first of all when he was both the GM and the
Using
coach.
Golden State for your argument? That ain't good. Like that's like Golden State could win with one-legged players and one-armed people. I don't know how.
That's
They
not
can
true.
shoot, they good.
That's not true. But anyways, so when he was the GM and the
Win soccer
coach,
style. Use only their feet and their head.
And still make threes from like downtown.
Right.
okay, I'm done. Yeah, fire Doc. I don't need to offer y'all any more proof. Anybody who watches the Clippers knows that he didn't do anything with his talent. We've
I
seen
know where
Mark
you're coming
Jackson
from.
develop his players.
If anybody understands, it's me.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Other people just
People that hate coaches. I ain't never had a coach problem. My coaches they got fired and they deserve to be fired. Tom Thibodeau. But so
They're a drag to your team. It's like an anchor that you just can't get rid of.
Right.
It's like management is just so scared to get rid of them. You know, it has to be something drastic. They finally get rid of this
right.
guy. You know,
Speaking of coaches, when you finish the Doc Rivers situation, if you could take care of Jason Garrett as well, that would also be much appreciated. And even though I
I
don't root
would
for the
go.
Cowboys
I would
anymore,
raise you. I would take your Jason Garrett and raise you Jerry Jones.
if you do both, that would be amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, the
And
teams
Rodney
that are
Goodell, too.
yeah the
Throw
teams
him in as a package deal.
the teams that I root for like just
But
make it
back to
hard
the-
to love.
can you
Back
throw
to
in
the-
Stan Kroenke too?
Yeah.
Only issue I got.
No, we got something special for him, man.
Uh-oh. Can we cut the mics before he starts disclosing
Look, I ain't hear nothing.
information?
It's a family show, right?
Right,
Family show.
right. Close your ears, people.
Kiki, do you love?
Now
Why?
you ask
Say, huh? What?
who should be the next coach? Where do we go from here?
Who should be the? Where do we? Anyway, who should be the next coach? There's so many.
I think number one with a bullet is Joe Girardi right now. You know, what I mean, he coached world champion team Yankees. I mean, high profile team. You're coming to a team that's not as high profile as New York team. He knows how to work with all kinds of players. I mean, you work with people like Alex Rodriguez and all those guys. All those personalities. So he knows how to coach players and work with different personalities. And he's not dry as hell. That's important too. It brings in more players on your team that wants to come and play for him.
You think he would be passionate and have more emotion
Oh, he's definitely passionate.
around losing and
Yes, and
those sorts of
he's
things?
definitely passionate. He's shown that throughout the years with New York.
Mhm.
So he would be in the running. There's other folks out there. I'm not sure how feasible it is. Dusty Baker can be convincing, come out of retirement to come back. Buck Showalter, he's a great coach, although he's just as dry as Mike Matheny. But I think Joe Girardi right now is number one. I think we should go after him. And I think this gives new life to the team. Um, the interim coach right now, I can't say his name without messing up and saying something wrong.
Mike Schmidt.
No, it's I don't. It's Joe. I think it's Joe.
Oh, Joe Schmidt.
Joe Schmidt. He's been a popular coach down in the minor league. So players will like playing for him, and then a lot of the players have played for him down in triple. I think it was in AAA. There where he was coaching before and got brought up.
No, it's Mike.
Is it Mike?
I ain't gonna say the last name. No,
yeah, it is Mike.
Close.
Sorry,
it's Mike Schilt.
Schilt.
Like see? You gotta say all three of them and letters.
Yeah, because if you say it fast, you'd be like, "What did you just say, man?"
Mike Schilt.
Right. He's a popular coach right now. Give him a little spark, temporarily. Now goes into my next point, Yachty. Now Yachty says,
"Wait a minute.
Right. Okay.
Who do you think should be the coach?
I don't know. I told y'all I don't follow baseball.
She's a pirate.
I root for the Pirates. We're surging right now. Hope you saw the 5-game sweep of the Brewers. But other than that,
up on me.
But other than that, I don't care who y'all get as your coach. Do y'all want Doc Rivers? Hopefully he'll be available soon.
She said they're surging.
They are surging.
They're on a 6-game win streak.
That's the definition of surge.
Still under 500.
I guess that's surging for the Pirates.
That is the definition of surge.
For the
Still
Pirates.
under 500. All right, so.
Aren't we only like a game and a half behind?
See,
I mean,
we just got fired out of coach. Come on now.
Give us some time.
Give us the time.
We lost the coach. That's like when you're driving and everybody just take a wheel from under you and all four of them gone. Your brakes don't work. Your accelerator.
And you just asked them to pull into a gas station real quick. Like you just got to come on now. Let us breathe a little bit. Stan, what about you?
Oh man. Who could be a proper coach? Well, not gonna lie to you. I really don't know. I don't really,
So basically, the exact same answer that I gave that you clowned me for.
I had an
America. This is why.
Anyway,
this is what I have to deal with.
Anywho,
see, that was all you.
Oh,
that was on you.
Before the show started.
That was on you.
Specifically.
You sure did.
That was on you. It was on silent.
Do not disturb.
My phone is on all of those things.
But it just made a noise.
It did.
How can it make sound? Hold on. How can it make sound on silent?
When you hit an app that makes a noise when it opens, that's how your phone can be on both silent and still make a noise.
Turn all volumes down, please.
I didn't have the volume up.
We have set you silence all volumes on your cellular devices. All right. So, I was going to say Tony La Russa, but he ain't. He's somewhere else right now.
Yeah.
He's somewhere else doing what he's doing. And, what else can you
He's actually with the I'm sorry. With the Arizona Diamondbacks.
With the Terrence?
I almost said Tampa Bay.
The Terrence?
He's with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization as a top executive there.
Okay.
So. With the Terrence? All right.
No. Don't play with me.
There's one guy I could think about, but I think you were going to talk about it. So,
yeah.
So
now, you haven't heard the news. Yachty expressed that he would like to be a player coach. I would say this. Yachty, we love you, but this is how we got a Mike Matheny in the first place. Okay? Great. You're a great player. I think he would best be suited in the minor leagues. Get him situated first. Get him used to coaching. Get his chops up. Then maybe one day he'll come up to the Cardinals, just like any other baseball player. You throw him right into the fire, we might get another situation. Although I will say, for Yachty's credit, he would be a lot more interesting and a lot more fiery than Mike Matheny.
And he's the GOAT.
Yeah. Well,
Do you think the players would
he's the
respect him in that role?
greatest Cardinal catcher of all time. Yes.
Do you think the players would
Yes.
respect him as
Yes,
a coach?
because yes, he's a natural leader.
So the reason why you're not in favor of that move is because you don't think he understands the game, or
No, it's not that he doesn't understand the game. It's just that he's not used to managing the
okay?
game, and it's just it's a whole different dynamic when you're coaching the team, you're managing the team, and you're just playing. You're playing your position as catcher, which you're managing pitchers.
Mhm.
You're managing that aspect of the game, and he's again, he is a natural born leader, but managing is a different beast. And I think I would like after Matheny, I think that's just, we're walking into a potential another mistake.
Mhm.
I would rather see him get roomed in the minor leagues as a manager, and then see if he can, do, cut the mustard, do the job, So yeah, you like Yachty, but not as a coach at this time.
Okay.
See if he
I
can,
didn't say ever.
I second your vote.
see if he can cut the mustard. Every episode stall has new friends. But my favorite will always be
Oh no! Why are we gonna bring up old stuff?
Right.
No, but
No.
This is derailing.
okay. So with the sincerely abrupt skipper change,
Mm-hmm.
what are we calling for in the second half of the season, which starts tomorrow for us with the Cubs, I believe. That may be wrong.
Yeah, we didn't go to MLB standings yet.
Yeah, we didn't go over that.
We'll
so-
go over that a little bit.
Oh yeah, we start tomorrow with the Cubs in Chicago.
Oh yes, we will.
All right, let's see what happens. What do you think is gonna happen?
I will say the Cardinals reach second place, but missed the wild card spot.
You think they'll come in second in the division?
Yes.
Well, behind the surging Pirates, obviously.
Oh,
But you think that they'll
Wait,
over?
Whoa! You just said something that was totally outrageous.
is that your
If
on
the Cardinals
fire?
is gonna come in second, and then we gonna
Yes.
go behind them.
That is my
You're saying
that is my lava take. The Pirates win the division.
that is like on level
Hey.
5
Hey,
nuclear take right
But
now.
you think that you will overtake? So who do you think will win the division?
I think the Brewers will win the division.
So you think that you will overtake the Cubs?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
I'm gonna say it here. Second half,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smooth's prediction comes true.
World Series win.
Yes.
Oh.
To the top.
How is that not more garbage than the Pirates winning the division?
Because the Pirates ain't. It's a PG show.
I will say, if you would ask me who has a better chance of doing what, Pirates going in the first place, Cardinals winning the World Series, I would say the Cardinals winning the World Series. We
Give me
have a
some.
better
Give me some. Yes. But concerning
Y'all
your
can agree on garbage.
concerning your lava take, I know it's
Mhm.
too early.
Yes, we
for-
will agree on the garbage. The
I mean,
Pirates
you
are
know,
garbage.
Oh, see, I didn't even say it this time.
I'm sorry. I got to tell the truth here.
Concerning your
I've got to be unbiased. And why are you
How is that unbiased when you're a Cardinals
unbiased?
fan?
Because
That
you
is
know,
not
I mean,
unbiased.
Because
All right, so I got you. I thought we were team gang up on Stanton, but now I see we're team every man for
I
himself.
didn't say that.
So here we go.
I didn't say that.
Let's talk about these Rams.
first, the Rams.
So wait a minute. We got to follow the schedule here.
Pause. Let's talk about the Rams that are doing better than your Giants. Their coaches, not your Giants, your Cowboys.
What? First of all, they're not my team anymore. So continue your garbage take.
If they weren't your team, you shouldn't be so worried about Mr. Garrett.
No, I still want him gone, just for like old time's sake.
And that
Just for
makes
pettiness
sense.
sake.
Just for old time's sake, just because I hated him for so long, I still want him to be miserable. I don't even have to root for the team. I still root for his
That's a shame.
misery
That's a shame.
and his demise.
So petty.
So
I'm Team Petty. I'm proud to be petty.
nobody's
Right.
prouder to be petty than this guy. Almost said a word in Spanish, but I feel like somebody would have caught it.
Yeah, YouTube.
Right.
They caught that.
All right, so
Got us cut off the air.
Right.
let's talk about what was just an entertaining yet controversial thing to watch. The 2018 T-Mobile Home Run Derby.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right, so in a shocking but not unexpected turn, the hometown hero Bryce Harper.
How does it happen? That is shocking but not unexpected.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. I was just questioning your use of the English language.
Shocking yet not unexpected.
Right.
I mean, you expect for them to push the hometown person, but then at the same time, you expect, some for them to be unbiased.
All right. Run with it.
Oh, I shall. Run with it like Zeke. All right. So, Bryce Harper took home the trophy,
Mhm.
but not without controversy. Spicy, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, so there was some controversy with his home derby win because, the home run derby is timed now. So there is an advantage to getting in more pitches. And so I believe that the rules are that you have to wait for the ball to land
That
before
is
you
the
can
rule.
throw out the next pitch. However, his pitcher threw out several pitches while the ball was still in the air. And so there are people who are saying that he is the champ with an asterisk because too many pitches were thrown out while the ball had not yet landed. I don't know why people care about a meaningless event, but I support Petty Nation, and if someone in Petty thought that they needed to take up this
I
fight
wouldn't say petty.
about, you don't think it's petty?
I don't think it's. I don't think this is a trivial event at all. I mean, it's the home run derby. I mean, if you're a baseball
But it's of what
fan,
consequence?
I mean, it's the fans' consequence, though. I wouldn't
Okay.
say it's like totally meaningless,
Okay.
especially for baseball fans. It means something. Home run derby is always something that it's just like the slam dunk title. Slam dunk championship in basketball.
Meaningless. All of these
The
all-star
history
things
of the
are
home run
meaningless.
derby and the slam dunk title. I mean, it goes hand in hand as to the fanfare and the hype of the whole All Star weekend for both
Mhm.
leagues. It's the highlight, and so in your highlight, your showcase, in your showcase event, you want things to go smoothly and to go correctly. And I don't think it's that trivial at all.
I would have to disagree. The highlight of the NBA All Star Weekend is the All Star Game, where big men take threes and Isaiah Thomas hype people try to dunk. All right.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
free game.
I'm
They
still
don't
living in
care.
the '90s when it was big deal.
Right. It's not. I'm just saying these things are
At any
meaningless.
rate, in your opinion,
When the MLB All Star Game used to determine home field advantage for the World Series, then it meant something. Now none of these games mean anything.
which
Now, none
is
of these
why the home
contests
run
mean
derby
anything.
is that much more important.
What does it determine except whose shoulder is going to go out before the end of the season?
Black and right. The home run is the most exciting thing in baseball.
And that's a shame for that sport.
Oh my goodness! And you
Sorry.
call yourself a Pirates
I'm
fan
a
here?
Pirates fan. I am not a baseball fan
Ah, see, there you go.
because it's meaningless. But continue. Anyways, how do you feel about the controversy or not?
Don't matter to me.
Because it's meaningless.
See, you're on the fence. You're taking the easy way out there.
No, it really doesn't matter to me. It's like, home run derby.
Because it doesn't matter
I
at
was
all.
watching it. I was like, okay, these are guys that, pretty much have the top spots filled in home runs. So what did you expect to happen? Y'all thought it was just going to be a whole day full of line drives and just within the warning track hits? No, these are going to be bombs. It's like, all right, so I'm sitting here watching y'all smack bombs. If I wanted to do that, I turn on the NBA.
What?
MLB. I'm sorry, I've been playing 2K lately. I'll turn on MLB, the show 18, and just go to the batting practice. Just smack them out the park. If I wanted to do that, I'd just pick a player, smack, go. So we're just sitting here seeing who's the toughest guy to swing a bat at a ball.
Yes.
Although more people were, well,
Oh,
I would say that it was mixed. in terms of excitement around these particular players because you didn't necessarily in the game in the home run derby this year. You had an eclectic group of people. A lot of the a lot of the heavy hitters decided not to do it, I think, because of what they've seen with people who have done the derby, those who have won the derby, especially in the last couple of years. And so you had a unique group. It wasn't just all of the big names, and so some people thought that that would be more entertaining and competitive. And
In baseball, I think the most well-known um, stat is the home run. You know, who hit the most home runs ever and all that.
It's not
And
hits.
but the home runs that you
no, it's not
hit,
hits.
I mean, you know, they
Home
got to
runs
miss
are the
the
hit.
3,000. They don't got to miss the damn. You hit a lot of home runs, man.
Oh, yes, they do.
yeah,
The only thing is the person that is in the top spot technically has a lot of controversy around him.
right.
In my eyes, the real home run champ is Hank Aaron, but in the rule book, it's Barry Bonds.
Hmm.
You know, and the whole steroid thing, and that sort of thing. And the reason why we have a steroid scandal is because why? Home runs. Which is why home run derby is that much important in baseball. This is why a lot of people are not in the Hall of Fame.
But these home runs that were hit the other day don't count. So again, it's meaningless.
Side 8 for the day.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
All right.
All right, that's Derby. The Derby did what the Derby do, and the Derby gonna do what
Mhm.
it did. All right, and then we have.
What was that?
That was my
At least it wasn't a song.
Yeah. Oh, don't test him because you know he can do that.
He's like, now you know he can do that. All right.
He can't
so-
make it into a song.
And then next we had the MLB All Star Game. I didn't watch it. I don't know what I was doing. What was that? Yesterday?
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
I was booed up, so didn't watch it. All
Boot
right.
up.
So
He was
since
asking for that. He was just asking.
so since we are a day removed from the All Star Game, let's go ahead and check these MLB standings.
Yeah.
Wait a minute now. You're just going to gloss over the All-Star
Right.
game? We had 10 home runs hitting this thing. 10 innings.
The All Star Game.
Alex Bregman.
It's the All Star Game. You're shocked that in the All Star Game somebody hit 10 home runs.
Actually, that was a
Actually,
record for
that
the
was
All
a
Star
record
game.
right there.
Can I tell you how
It doesn't
All-Star
happen
games
all the
work?
time,
Can I
man.
tell you how most All Star games work in the sports? They go out there and they getting paid to not give a damn for about a couple hours. They don't care. I'm surprised somebody didn't throw a floater pitch. I would have been like, oh, there it is.
And they call this a sports show, ladies and gentlemen. If that was the case,
I mean,
why are you even playing sports right now?
I mean, you
that
gotta
doesn't
think
mean
about it.
anything in the grand scheme of things, right?
I
That's
mean,
not life or death.
I mean, you got to think about it. In all
I like
aspects,
Angry Sadal. He's
like,
my favorite.
in every sport, the All Star weekend, All Star, they often call it a what? All Star break, which means they're taking a break from the tumultuous schedule, the constant back to back games, and you're chilling for like 2-3 days.
Once again,
what
this
do you-
is the Platform Sports Talk Show, not the
So, dog, let me ask
anti-sports talk show.
let me ask you a question. When you on vacation, do you want to go to work?
No.
Okay, that was their vacation. And what do they have to do for their vacation? Just a little bit of work.
All-Star game is the best players in that league.
Taking a
It's-
working vacation.
It's
But congratulations to the
just for the record, I love sports here. I'm a true sports fan. Just know that, okay? Just as we go along into the
I just
show.
want to say I was a Rams
we
fan
talking
during
about
the
that.
1 in 15 year. Ain't nobody a better fan than me.
I was a Rams fan during that time as well. And I'm still a Rams fan.
Oh yeah, Sean McVay.
After they leave St. Louis.
Sean McVay knows the way.
Well, you just make poor life choices.
Sean McVay knows the way. That's how you gotta say it.
The way.
Sean McVay knows the way. Okay, so since we talked about the game, congratulations to the American League winning in extra innings, 10 home runs in an All-Star game, setting a record. Wow! Is that
And
the
isn't
reaction
this
you
the
wanted?
sixth straight year that the American League has won the All Star game?
Yes.
I mean, you know, it's. I feel like that's just the name of the game. One side just dominates.
Okay.
Not all the time.
I mean,
I'm
I don't
reserving
know.
my comments about the All Star game and my
I'm just
idiot
gonna
of the
I'm
week
gonna
section.
I'm gonna save my rebuttal when it counts. You may not be this show, it may not be the next show, but it's gonna come.
I love plots. Okay.
I'm gonna use the little trump card.
Rebuttal for who? Oh, for me. I thought he was saying for you. I was like, you better
Why would he come for me?
Soon. I don't know. Okay. No, all right.
The next time he gets passionate over Kevin Durant, man, it's just a game, man.
Oh no, Kevin Durant.
It's just a game.
Look, Kevin Durant let a high schooler get under his skin. I don't give a damn what he say no more.
Oh, why are you stealing people's idiots of the week?
Oh, my bad, fam.
Damn it.
Dog quickly Googles another.
I gotta find another one. Gotta find another idiot.
My bad, fam. All right. So moving on, we have the standings of the Major League,
and these do count, right?
These do count.
Okay.
Yes, this is meaningful right now.
This is the real.
It's gonna solve. It's gonna solve world peace.
Yes. Right here.
But we're talking about this, right?
Yes.
It's
okay.
Gonna, I mean, well, wouldn't world peace be politics?
Yeah.
You want to get into that?
No.
All right, let's talk about these standings.
Okay.
All right, so do you have the standings pulled up?
No, for what reason?
You kind of got to do some work today.
Why does she got to look at the standings? She already knows where the Pirates stand.
We're surging. That's all. That's all you need to know.
But when we read the standings on the platform, it's a 3-person thing.
It is.
If you wanted me to work, y'all needed to let me know before the show started.
Anyway, I'll start the East.
Let's refresh. You know how this game is.
Wait,
it's lost our break. My bad. Nobody's playing games.
Right. It's good.
I caught myself. See, I caught that.
You got the East, I got the Central, you got the West.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. In the East, Red Sox, Yankees. Only 2 teams that matter. Everybody else sucks.
Everybody else is just
Red
here.
Sox are up 4.5 games.
Everybody else just here with a ball and a bat.
They just said, they can see the ball is round, just like a donut hole, and you're dipping in the milk, and then you get it's so good. It's
and
so
the ball
good.
is white like it's been dipped in milk, or maybe it's a powdered donut hole.
It's a powder donut. That's what it is.
All right. In the American League Central, we have the Cleveland Indians, which is the best hopes Cleveland has for a championship at this point.
Yes, sir.
Pause. Browns in 5. 7.5 games behind them, we have the Minnesota Twins.
The
Twins. And I guess no one else really matters, but you got the Detroit Tigers 12 games behind first, 19 games behind. You got the White Sox. And dear great googly moogly, the Kansas City Royals, more like the Kansas City Jesters, are 25 games behind with a whopping 27-68 record.
They can't even get 30
They are on a fast track to lose 70 games. And we ain't even halfway through the season. Is that a record?
I don't know. It's close.
Somebody Google that.
Gotta do it. AOS got a little race going on, man. Houston Astros hold strong, 5 games up over the Mariners. The Mariners. Athletics are 7-3 going into the All-Star break, man. Last 10 games, so they're not out of it. Angels, what is going on with y'all, man? Y'all better do something.
Pujols hit 3,000, and he was like, "Okay, I don't care anymore."
Right? Yeah.
He was like, "I'm just here."
And the whole team said that same thing too.
Like he did it. All right, we can chill. We're in the annals of history, folks.
And the Rangers are not totally bad. They're not whacker than the Royals, but they're in the last place.
Royals bad. Wait, no.
They're not Royals bad.
No, you know who else they aren't bad at? The Orioles.
Ooh.
They're closer to 70 losses.
Yeah, we'll talk about them.
Oh, yes, we will, because we have some breaking news, too.
That's right.
All right, the National League in the East. I don't know why I'm reading that, so that's you.
Yes, in the East, we have the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow. Without Ryan Howard? No.
Yeah, he gone, buddy. Hey, but they're doing good this year, man. Half game up. Braves, Nationals. I mean, those 3 teams right now are dominating the East right now. It looks like it's 1992 all over again, man. But the Nationals, it used to be the Expos. Shoot.
Oh, he took it back now.
Yeah, you talk about 92, 93. Anyway,
Lord.
Phillies right now are in first for now. But those 2 teams you got to look for. Unfortunately, the Marlins, Mets, you ain't got to look for them, man. They gone.
All right, so.
Well,
you know what? Pull the Band-Aid off. First, you got the Cubs. In second place, 2.5 games behind. sorry, I'm just still stuck on the damn Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Milwaukee Brewers.
You know who helped the Cubs
They
get to
slide,
first
man.
place,
They
right?
2-8 in the last 10 games.
Right. You know who 5 of those losses were to?
Somebody from Pittsburgh.
The surging Pittsburgh Pirates.
The stagnant Pirates. We'll get there. All right, third place, but according to Sadal, not for long.
Not for long.
We've got the St. Louis Cardinals, still in fourth
They're
place.
third place, and then they're 5-5 in the last 10 games. See, right in the middle, just kind of
9 games behind first, with an 8-2 record in their last 2 games. With coming
Did you
off
say
of a
8 and 2
complete.
record in the last 2 games?
Said 10. Jesus.
Okay. He did.
Said-
I'm glad you heard it too. Me, you, and YouTube.
Okay, 8-2
Heard him.
record in their last 10 games. Cause you had a fudge up and I ain't say nothing, and we just waiting on yours. I'm surprised it ain't happened by now. Don't make that face. It's the surging
Yes.
Pittsburgh Pirates,
Exactly.
sitting at 48 and 49,
Mm-hmm.
and just there with a ball and a bat and a glove
And a
bat
glove.
and a helmet.
and a batting glove and a helmet.
Because their mama left them at the field and didn't even notice.
And I'm hungry. I want to go. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's, and I had a flashback. I'm sorry, Ernie.
I wanna go to McDonald's. I never got to play in the play place, and it looked fun. they took the ball pit out of Chuck E. Cheese, and I don't know.
Hashtag moving right along.
I like how she didn't say that when I was over exaggerating about the Pirates. But
It was not an exaggeration.
13 and a
That's
half
how
games
we do that
behind.
right
You got
here. How we do?
the Cincinnati Reds. I almost said something, but I'm gonna keep it clean. All right, in the West.
In the West. Best in the
man.
West right now.
Yep.
The Dodgers have reclaimed their spot at first place.
And they done just got a little better. We'll get that though.
Oh, yes, we got a little better. Just
All
a little
right.
better.
Just a little bit.
The D-backs, they are a half game back.
Mm-hmm.
Rockies, 2 games back. Giants, 4 games back. Pirates, they're the Pirates. And this is the Padres.
Didn't I tell you it was gonna happen?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I paused.
Pirates-
But we're talking about the Padres.
The daddies.
the dad.
The dads.
The puppets.
They're not doing so well.
Look, what did we say last week? I don't think we can say it again.
No,
I forgot what I said.
It was bad.
In Spanish, they're the fathers.
Which is no.
No. Keep it moving.
We can't duplicate that.
No.
Man.
Watch the last show if
Just
you would
watch
like
the last
to know.
show right here on YouTube.
Right.
There you go. Padres suck.
I'm glad there you go. That's the clean version. All right. So, breaking news just happened 20 minutes ago.
Uh-oh.
According to ESPN, that trade
Mhm.
that was held up
Mhm.
has gone through.
All right. Who got
So,
traded?
the Baltimore Orioles
Mm-hmm.
have traded Manny Machado
Mm.
to the Los Angeles Dodgers for
Mm.
a package of not 1,
Mm-mm.
not 2,
Mm-mm.
Mm.
not 3,
Whoa.
not 4,
Wow.
but 5.
5.
5.
5.
5
Can you dig it,
prospects.
sucker?
5 prospects. Those prospects are, oh dear God,
Yeah, you probably won't know the prospects.
outfielder Yusniel Diaz, right-hander Dean.
I feel like that was not it at all. I don't even know who he is. But I don't feel like that's it.
Yusniel, Yesniel, somebody that
He ain't gonna try it. Ain't gonna try it.
Right. You got a guy named Diaz. You got another guy named Creamer. You got a third baseman named Ryan Bannon. That was
Okay, you got that
That's
one.
easy. They got that one.
There
Got
you
that
go.
one.
That
You got
one we know is
Hold
right.
on, wait. Watch this. You got a right-handed reliever named Zach Pop, and you got a third baseman named.
Mm.
Mm.
Do it.
Mm.
Do it.
Mm.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Spell it. Come on, spelling bee
It
champ.
spells as follows:
Oh boy.
BREYVIC. I'm gonna call him Brevich.
V-I-C.
I'm gonna call him Brevich.
Brevich.
Or Brevich.
Brevich.
It's something.
Okay.
Brevich Valera.
All right.
All right.
Those guys are actually doing good in the minors.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell
Diaz
you
is
one
a
thing.
21 AA outfielder.
just to talk about this trade a little bit, Manny Machado, he has been rumored to be traded ever since the season started.
Mm-hmm.
The only caveat is he only has one more year left on his contract.
Mm.
Now, the Dodgers basically gave up some good prospects to get this guy. Question is, will he be willing to sign back with the Dodgers?
So he's the Kawhi of the MLB.
He is the Kawhi of the MLB. Now,
Now I'm
the good thing
interested.
is, though,
disrespect.
Now I'm interested.
other than not like Kawhi Leonard, Machado is with a major franchise in LA. They got the money, they got the cash
Mm-hmm.
to sign. So it's not like it's chopped liver.
Mm-hmm.
There's Kawhi's in Toronto,
Mhm.
they think nothing of it. So they have a good. I think the Dodgers think that they have a good shot at signing him back, and that's why they giving away the whole farm to get this guy
Mm-hmm.
for 1 year. Now half a year now. So we'll see.
How do you think having him for half a year will position the Dodgers?
It will position them well in this competitive West.
Mhm.
It's very competitive, and it'll add a spark and some life to the Dodgers that is needed since Turner got hurt because he played third base, and Turner is aging; he's over 30. Manny Machado's only 27, I believe, and he's a better long-term fit. And so I think that's what they're looking at right now is the pennant race. And so I think it's a good move. It's a risky move. It's a risky move because you're not guaranteed to sign him back. So,
Mm-hmm. So I'm less.
but it can pay off dividends if they can and sign him up to a long-term deal. So,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm less familiar with the MLB, but how challenging is it to integrate someone new to your team halfway through the season?
Depends on the players. It's just like any other team. Um, Depends on chemistry. Skills always is there. It's just the chemistry of the ball club. If you jive well with your other teammates, and it looked like Matt Kemp, his new teammate, and him was taking selfies out on the field during the All-Star break,
Mm-hmm.
All-Star game. Hey,
Because he knew something we ain't know.
Right.
Yeah.
He had something to tell you.
and
Because I just think about
yeah.
with like basketball and football, your play is so dependent upon other people. But to me, baseball
Yeah.
just seems like non-individual people doing their own thing, other than the pitcher and the catcher.
Well, you still got to play your position, and it depends on what type of player you are in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
He fits well because he's very versatile. He's got the skills at the plate and on the baseball diamond in the field. So I think it's a good it will be a good fit just looking at his style and it's a young Dodger team. I think he fit in. He could fit in well, and I think that's why they feel that they have a good chance of signing him back.
So weren't the rumors that because isn't he a dual position player? Weren't the rumors that he only wanted to play one position?
I think he can play shortstop, second base, and we'll see. But they already have a great shortstop right now. His name escapes me. He's out for the season, so he would be playing third base. And I think Turner is out because, like I said, he's a little older. He's a little long in the tooth,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's just the writing on the wall.
I love old man Sadal sayings. We've had cut the
Oh,
mustard,
man.
long in the tooth.
Look, this was just beautiful.
Oh, what?
We had cut the mustard,
Like,
long in the tooth, and what was the last thing you said? The writing's on the wall.
like, it's just the way them last two went together. He's kind of old in the tooth, so it's just.
Let's see if he can cut the mustard. He's a little long in the tooth.
And it's just.
And so writing's on the wall.
I hate y'all.
A 2 in the hand is worth 1 in the.
A bird in the hand worth 2 in the bush.
I don't know old man saying. So if that's what you say it is, and that's what it is.
Because you gotta you take the good, you take the bad, you put it together, and what do you get? You get the facts of life, all right? Now,
What you say now, Chuck? What you say now?
now that's a for sure, right?
That's a for sure right on.
Just because it's the theme song, don't make it not true.
Oh man, it's never a dull moment here on the platform. Never.
That's
shows,
my take on that.
if the show is born, what we got to do? What we got to do, Sadar?
Man, we.
Sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah, I almost walked into that one.
You did.
almost
I saw you about to say it.
I was
I saw the words leaving your mouth.
And I caught them.
Right.
I caught them before
Right.
Nope.
Nope. I'm not gonna say that.
Gotta
I
slow
go say
down.
Nope.
I was like,
That was
I'm
gold.
just sitting here. I'm like, never was it that easy.
You know,
That was
the
gold.
next thing said, "Oh no!" I'm like, "Oh no!
Right.
Oh no!"
That was a good
All
one.
right, so Manny Machado is the newest resident of the LA sports system.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Is it safe to say that Los Angeles, in the words of Chance the Rapper, is living their best life?
I think that's Lil Duval. But yeah.
No, Chance the Rapper was on that song with Cardi B, and he said, and I quote,
But the hot song of the summer is Lil Duval. I'm living my best life. I'm not gonna finish it. But yeah.
We having like an argument about a rap beef on
Yeah.
a sports show.
I mean,
Okay.
there's no rap beef. Like, ain't nobody beefing.
Okay.
Ain't nobody beefing.
It's
Just
all-
saying, it's the
all
hot song
chicks,
right
baby.
now.
So it's all
Everybody got Instagram videos dancing to it.
Nah, they dancing.
Go watch go to Future's page and watch that Living Our Best Life take on his.
I mean, I ain't
It's crazy.
gonna lie. It's if I gotta pick a dance on IG, I'm going with Drake and my feelings.
Oh yeah, but that's
The Shiggy
the
challenge.
dance, the Shiggy challenge. But people,
You know, Drake paid him $250,000 for getting that song to #1. I wish I would have came.
I did not know that.
I wish I would have came up with the Stanton challenge. Damn, if I had a time machine.
You missed
Oh,
out.
if I had a time machine.
You missed out.
LA's living their best life. That's just
They are, man.
that's just the bottom line.
Aren't they always?
No.
No, not that. Not always.
No. Because let's go down the list.
Yeah.
When the Rams went back to LA,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the Lakers were sucking too. So you had two sucking.
And then
teams in
Oakland,
LA.
you had
and
the
Oakland went back to.
And then Oakland wasn't doing
Yeah.
good. The Clippers weren't doing good. The
'Cause of Doc
Oakland
Rivers.
Athletics wasn't doing good.
Well,
They're not
Oakland has nothing
LA.
to do with LA.
I mean, well, who said Oakland then?
You
I
did
said
it.
Somebody said Oakland before
The
me.
Raiders went back to Oakland. The
They
Raiders
left
was in Los
LA.
Angeles.
And went back to Oakland.
Yes. They lost 2 football teams.
Right.
No, I was talking in the Rams' return, and in that time period.
Gotcha. Okay, now we're talking
That's
about
what I was
this.
talking about.
Okay,
the
here we
Rams'
go.
return.
Okay.
Because you said they were, and I'm like, no, because when the Rams,
Different eras.
yeah,
We're talking about the near
definite different
future.
eras,
Right.
Mhm.
and it's another different era. Because ain't the Raiders going to Vegas?
Yep.
Ugh.
Oakland's losing.
I bet you Marshawn Lynch feeling real bad right now. That's the only reason he came back. Is home. Oh, we're moving you. All right.
No, he knew. he
No,
was really
actually,
coming.
that's why he went back.
Yeah, that's why
To
he
play,
came back
have a
in their
chance to
final
play.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He did what he's going to do.
okay. So LA wasn't doing hot.
Nope.
Rams wasn't hot.
Clippers wasn't hot.
Lakers
The
wasn't.
Kings went to
Man's
the
not
NHL
hot.
finals
hot.
during that time
the
period.
Kings were the only thing hot. which
The
is
LA
ironic 'cause they
Galaxy
was on
had
ice.
signed David Beckham. The LA Galaxy had a good run. So I mean,
I forgot about the LA Galaxy.
David
yep,
Beckham in 2014.
yeah. I think he
No, that
just
was
left.
2016.
He just left not too long
That
ago.
was 2016.
I thought he
when the Rams
retired
were
like
there.
years ago.
He just retired like 2-3 years ago. He hasn't been
Oh.
gone that long.
He was gone
I
before the
don't know
Rams
anything
came
about soccer.
back.
The Rams have only been back like what 2 years?
They've been back since
It's the third
16.
year now.
They've been back since 2016.
Okay,
it.
so that's 2
Yeah, 2
years.
I don't know.
Your boy was a spelling bee champ, not a math whiz.
Point is, LA was losing. Now they winning.
Right? You got to think about it. The Rams are coming off of a successful season with
Mhm.
their first year with their new coach, Sean McVay.
But there may be trouble over some contracts. But
Oh,
go.
I was just about to say that. The contracts are looking good for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talk about
We
that.
ain't even got to talk about the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on now.
They're about to be a 50-win team.
They about to be. I'm calling it right now. I call Lakers number 4 spot in the playoffs. I ain't saying finals. I'm just saying number 4 spot.
Mm.
Yeah.
I give them number 4
I
spot.
say 6 at the highest.
And then the Dodgers just got Manny Machado. The Dodgers just got Manny Machado.
But haven't the Angels
Hakuna
had?
Machado, we got Machado.
But haven't the Angels had? What's his name for like a long time?
Aren't they the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, something like that?
Yes, they
Mhm.
are.
That's the
You're talking about
technical-
Mike Trout, right?
Yeah.
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 So they
Mike
have one
Trout's
of the
been flopping like a fish. I
so
don't
they
know
have
why I
one of the
wanted to say
greatest
that.
No,
baseball
actually, he's
players
I
of
know
all
he's
time.
actually
the
great.
best in the game.
Right.
Right.
So
Which is
so
funny
they've had
because
one
you
of the
got
best
two goats in
players.
one city.
Yes, right.
Well, technically three, because Kobe just can't let them reins go. So
Are you talking about LeBron and
yes,
Mike Trout? Okay.
like goats in the game right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
You got LeBron and Trout in the city.
Okay.
You got Kobe sitting there like, hey, remember I won 5, guys. Remember
Mhm.
5.
I feel like you're trying to point out that there's been some drought of talent in LA, and it just hasn't been true.
Okay, before LeBron, but between Kobe leaving and LeBron going to LA, who was the Lakers' greatest player?
But it's not just LA is more than the Lakers. They have like 10 professional teams. So just because the Lakers weren't good doesn't mean
Let's just face. Let's.
LA sports
Hold
were
on, hold on,
bad.
hold on. Let's go down this list, right? Because the Clippers were just winning rings on rings on rings, playoff appearance after playoff appearance, final appearance after final
One and
appearance.
done.
We
One
were
and done.
playoff
Gotcha.
appearances.
One and
One
done.
and done. So that's the Clippers. Okay, the Kings. Yeah, the Kings did some stuff. They was red hot on ice, ironically.
We already went through this list.
But
we
it's
went through the
hockey.
Galaxy.
but it's hockey.
It's hockey.
We,
I'm sorry, hockey fans, but it's hockey.
is this not a sports show, or is this
It's hockey.
Ooh.
which is a
Ooh.
sport?
I'm gonna back
It's a
out of this.
sport that a lot of
Can I
people
tell you that
don't
the LA
watch.
Kings going to the
Football,
NHL final is more
basketball,
meaningful
baseball.
than an MLB All-Star Game or home run derby?
Now, the MLB is better than the hockey.
Hold on.
leagues.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding. You're saying that an MLB All-Star game
I'm saying
is
the
more important
MLB
than an
is
NHL finals.
better positioned right now in America than in the NHL. That's what I'm
Sure,
saying.
sure, but
Right.
that doesn't mean that the LA Kings is.
Meaningless.
I thought both y'all was looking at me. I was like,
Did-
Aren't you the mediator now that David's on?
look, y'all want look. Smooth
I feel like
barely
this-
having control when Funk be on the phone. Y'all here in person. I ain't even gonna try. Just gonna be like, I'm gonna let y'all get it out.
No, go ahead.
If it comes to blows, I'm gonna cut the feed, and then we gonna resolve this, and then we gonna come back.
I would never do that.
Bet not. Damn it, my mama said, "Don't you sit by while that happens."
Man, I would be buried alive
Oh yeah, ooh,
by
Lord.
everybody.
Everybody. Then you gotta go to church the next day.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Kelsey, can you step into my study?
His pastor Charles Barkley. Why do you do the same voice for everyone?
Yes, I'm a pastor.
I'm a pastor.
I'm Reverend Barkley.
I'm somebody's uncle.
God is like this donut.
No.
I'm just all-purpose Chuck.
I'm gonna call Charles Barkley and ask him to please talk about something else so we can get off this donut reference.
I mean, we did for a minute. Remember, we was on the judicial system.
That's true. I do love the judicial system.
I have an eye craving for Krispy Kremes, but I don't know why.
Cause they got a hole in.
No, they don't. Right now, we have a hole in this program.
Yes, we do. We were talking about why LA was great.
Yes, LA is living their best life right now. So, is it safe to say that within maybe 5 years, LA could be at the top of every sport that they have?
No.
Oh damn! All right. We'll put my headphone back. All right. I know what I'm put it back in my pocket. All right.
Okay, put that back. Okay.
Put it back in my pocket. All right.
I would say so, but not at the same time. Maybe within 5 years, I'll give it a 5 to 7 year window. You'll have every team winning a ring.
You think that of the
Every
five
major.
you think of the 5 major sports and they have like at least 2 teams in between the 5 major sports.
Yeah.
That every major sport will have an LA representative win a championship over the next 5 years.
I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I say it's a great chance.
I
'Cause
say
look,
Rams
you got the
and Steelers,
Dodgers.
just remember.
Dodgers was in the World Series last year. I mean, they're
Mhm.
not chopped liver.
Mhm.
The Rams. Now that's a team that's surging right now.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe you won't now. And then basketball, Lakers. I mean,
Mhm.
Lakers can get bring all the pieces together.
Lakers can get down with
And
The
you think-
Kings, they are a real sport, and they matter.
All
They
sports
could,
matter.
they could do it.
Mhm.
They have a chance to do that.
In the galaxy.
Wait,
Galaxy.
did he just say the Kings are a real sport and all sports matter? But
He
was
said
like,
hockey is
it's
a real
hockey?
sport.
Hockey.
But a minute ago, he was like, it's just hockey.
Right. He's turned.
Okay.
He's turned around.
In the scheme, I'm
He's
just
turned
saying, in
around.
the scheme of all of the other sports leagues, it's just hockey.
Mhm.
Hockey's just hockey. Just like NASCAR is just NASCAR.
Except hockey is the fourth most popular sport. Mhm.
Fourth most.
Mhm.
That's because it's more international. Soccer is international. Hockey
Baseball
is
is international.
Baseball
Now,
is
in the
international.
grand scheme,
Now,
soccer is the number one
Yes.
Yeah, in the world. Yeah.
in the world.
But in terms of
In the world,
American
Craig.
viewers, the MLS is fifth in terms of professional leagues.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've heard your case. I just don't agree.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna say yes with an exception for the Rams. Rams in 4, because remember, Browns in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I say Rams in 3.
Just anywhere before Browns in 5.
Yeah.
I'm calling Rams for the Browns, but Browns gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Browns in 5. As far as basketball goes, I do not see LeBron getting the championship within the next 2 years.
Ooh.
But you think it'll happen in the last 2 that he's there?
Okay.
So he still fits in this window.
Okay.
You,
I mean-
you thought you were coming.
Yeah, man, I'm like, ooh.
You thought you were
ooh.
tape.
Aw.
It's still exactly what Sadal just said.
No,
so
right.
that happens
Let me
within
say it
5
this way.
years.
In the first year, like I said, fourth in the West.
Right.
You don't make it past the conference finals because you're gonna go against the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Year 2, have you beating the Warriors, but losing to some team in the East, probably the Celtics. Year 3,
The Knicks.
or the wherever the hell everybody want to gang up. Year 3, I got you winning.
Okay.
Year 4, I got you winning again.
Okay.
Which puts you at 5. And whether you choose to re-sign with the Lakers and do what Kobe couldn't, we don't know that yet. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Who's left? Rams, Lakers, Dodgers.
Mm-hmm. Kings.
No, I was going like I'm focusing on the Dodgers right now.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. Dodgers.
So y'all are saying that the Angels have no chance.
Oh hell no.
No, because
Okay,
Mike
so
Trout
it's-
is going to leave.
Okay, so the
LA.
Dodgers are the LA MLB team that you're putting your money on.
Not to
Yeah.
mention, isn't it the LA Dodgers of Anaheim? So who do they claim? LA or Anaheim?
Very
It's
LA.
considered an LA team. What just happened?
I don't know.
Dad came in. I think we all got scolded.
Right. I don't know. Anyway, I think Anaheim.
This is breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay. We got breaking news.
We
It's a
have,
live show.
we have comments from Smooth
Okay.
Okay.
live on YouTube.
All right.
Okay.
Not gonna read them all. But I am
Uh-huh.
gonna read this one thing. Kawhi is warming up to the Raptors.
Sure.
That's what I wanted to talk about that I couldn't talk about. I don't.
What?
Well, no, I'm gonna talk about it later.
Yeah, because that's next actually.
Oh no, I'm gonna talk about it post that segment too. I'm gonna talk about it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all will see
Later.
All
Okay.
right, so Dodgers. I don't see them going to the World Series again this year, but I give them within the 5-year window.
Mhm.
So yes to the Dodgers. Whatever the championship is for the MLS, the MLS Cup, I believe.
Is that it? Is that? I think
don't-
it sounds right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, MLS Cup goes to the Galaxy. Stanley Cup will return to the Kings once again.
Again.
I think that's all of them.
That's it.
Oh, wait. Damn. I'm sorry. They say nothing about your Clippers. Clippers.
I don't need you prognosticating on my Clippers.
Hold on.
Oh, there's a word. See? See, she got a word too.
Irregardless, okay. No, this one.
Mine was real.
Yeah.
Yours is not. But we will conversate about that later.
Oh, wow.
That word in particular. I
So-
promise you, I think that's what it was.
Specifically.
Sorry, I already stole that one. During hockey season of all seasons.
It's all you, babe.
Oh Lord, Jesus. Okay.
We all mess up. Let's see this.
Don't worry about my Clippers.
No, okay.
Clippers within 5 years of
See-
getting rid of Doc Rivers.
Why you cut me off? If you could have let me say what my original
Go
thought
for it.
was.
What's your original thought?
Doc Rivers will be relieved of his position.
Good.
Who will be the replacement coach? Only time will tell.
Mark Jackson.
I don't.
P.S. Did you see the shade that Jerry West threw Magic Johnson?
I did not.
It's epic. So
I will go see
he's
this.
in a similar position as Magic with the Clippers.
Yes.
And he said, why are people celebrating Magic? LeBron was not a tough signing. He's made it very clear that that's where he wanted to go, and that doesn't take any work to get somebody to do something they already told you that they were going to do.
Ooh.
He's actually been wilding on a couple of shows. He's quite hilarious.
Yeah. Good.
I want to get to that place in my life where I can just say whatever.
Yeah, he's
That's
an older
you just
gentleman,
don't
so you
care,
know.
right? You know the
Hey,
older
once
you
they get
get,
to the age,
let
they
them
don't care no more.
Right.
They do
like
not
that's the thing,
care.
the older you get, the less you care.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So yeah, definitely I do see LA being at the top.
All right. So we got to put this in the time capsule. 5 years from now, we have to see if
Four for the Rams, because remember,
if an LA team has won all of the 5 major sports championships by 2023.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up next?
all right, coming up next, we spoke about it.
Yes, we did.
You know what? It was with what was on my
You
mind.
resettling?
I'm resettling, and I
Okay.
just scraped all of that. All right, so I'm resettling because this is about to get real. DeMar DeRozan was in his feelings today, and for good reason, because
Mm-hmm.
it was announced today that Kawhi Leonard,
And Danny Green.
Kawhi Leonard, is traded
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to the Toronto Raptors.
Right.
And who did the Raptors? Who they lose? Who's going to the team with probably the best coach we have right now? Well, the most seasoned, legendary coach in the game right now.
Agree.
I don't know. It's a lot of players, but there was one in particular I know.
DeMar DeRozan.
And there was one other player whose name I cannot pronounce.
Because it doesn't matter.
And a protected 2019 pick.
And he wasn't happy about it. I wouldn't be happy.
Why wasn't he happy?
Because you know when they smile in your face, oh, we love you, DeMar. We're not gonna get rid of you, DeMar. Hey, DeMar, you're out of here. It's like okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, lies led to cutting ties.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's business, man.
It is a business.
It's business.
Tell that to DeMar. DeMar took that personal.
It's a
DeMar
business.
took
They'll
the
tell
route-
you things. And
DeMar
then
took
they
the
do
route of
another thing.
Toronto's number one. DeMar took the Drake route.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookout for that song, by the way. It's coming. I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kawhi is now in Toronto. Thoughts?
Mhm.
How does everybody feel about that?
Well, with the news that we got from Smooth, I mean, I felt like that would happen. I feel like DeRozan is in a more precarious position since most people are not expecting Pop to coach more than 2 seasons. And so I don't think he's going into the Spurs of old. So I think that he's in a more precarious situation. Whereas I feel as though Kawhi is certainly an upgrade from DeRozan, even though they don't play the same position. I feel like Kawhi, at least until recently, had somewhat of a reputation for improving players around him. Even though he was not seen as a vocal leader, he's seen as the type of player who brings out the best in people. So I think that he will elevate Lowry's game in a way that DeRozan didn't. And I understand when you lose, playing with your best friend. Apparently Lowry felt some type of way about it as well. And DeRozan called him last night and told him he was being traded. So I understand it's hard to lose your best friend. But you get a better player. You get a player who I think will make that team better. If Toronto was able to get the 1 seed overall in the East last year, I don't think they'll get the number 1 seed again because, of course, I'm a Team Celtics in the East right now. But I do think that they'll still be competitive. with Kawhi. And I think that people are really sleeping on Toronto both as I think firing your coach is not a good look. And I would love to see Dwayne Casey coach Kawhi, but we know that's not going to happen. Um, but I think that people are sleeping on Toronto in terms of a team and as a city. Having been to Toronto, Toronto's amazing. Like, I would love to live there.
I've heard a
So,
lot about Toronto.
so I think they have a chance to pull an OKC and perhaps entice Kawhi to stay beyond this season. The other thing is that Kawhi already forfeited 80 million um, by leaving San Antonio to go to Toronto. Now Toronto will have his bird rights. And if he goes to LA, he would have to take a minimum of a 40 million pay cut to sign in free agency there versus what Toronto would be able to pay him in free agency. So the question is he willing to lose a total of 120 million over the course of 2 years based on the situation? And he's not the type of superstar who can make it up on the back end, like through shoe sales or something like that. So, especially since he's taken on the role of kind of a villain lately with some of the way he's been characterized, fair or not.
Hard to believe. Him a villain.
So he's got a lot of decisions to make.
What you mean he ain't gonna make no money on the back end like in the shoes? You ever heard about the Kawhi hot top?
No.
You heard about the Kawhi hot top?
No, but I heard about the cream bigums.
Oh, them cream bigum Converses though.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
You could do step backs, drop tops.
Yeah.
Do all kinds of things in the cream bigums.
Jib jab, jump step. All right.
Yes.
Step back. Step left, step right.
Some cultural reference, I don't know.
Don't be overwhelmed by his accolades.
That's right.
I will try not to be.
Please do not be overwhelmed by the accolades.
Okay. More cultural references.
And by his cassette tape.
You're
Those
on.
of you who don't know, I do watch movies. I don't own a TV.
Are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook,
Oh,
but
Go to his.
We about to spam.
Go to Spice
We
Adams
finna
page
spam.
I feel
and get your laugh on.
I have been booted up before and been forced to watch at least an hour's worth of Spice Adam videos, and I get it. The locker room personalities are interesting, but no, I've had my fill.
The old man with the grilling
Had my
videos.
fill. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm,
man.
I'm good.
Anyway,
with Spice Adams.
I think you pretty much summed up the whole thing with a Kawhi Leonard with a bow, put a little bow on it. To put a bow on her argument, if Paul George showed us anything, is you can't bank on people just going to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking about, oh man, he's just biding his time till he goes to LA. But as we heard the news tonight,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not. So you just never know. And then with all the the monetary factors that goes into play,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't call it right now. Maybe he stays in Toronto. Never know what happens.
Well, I definitely don't expect this to be a short-term deal. I don't think this is a one and done and then go to LA. But at the same time, I don't see this as long-term either.
Mm-hmm.
You have to remember, he made it adamant that his goal was to play in LA.
And
He
PG
did say
said the
that.
same thing. He was traded. He made the exact same declarations that.
But Kawhi is actually from LA. He's got
So
family.
is Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George is from LA too.
Oh, he is too?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why he wanted to go
You
back.
see how strong he was? He was like, I'm gonna get him. But Kawhi is from LA. Like the stance, it was beautiful. You had it. I
But he's
appreciate it.
playing with
I can see
Westbrook.
that.
Is also from Southern California, so he's like, I have all the LA I need.
You got to think about
Right
it.
here in
If
Westbrook.
all the LA products in the NBA decided to go home for a season,
Yeah,
Warriors who?
the Southern California team.
yeah,
would
Russell
be-
Warriors.
Russell Westbrook, I think.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook, PG, Kawhi. Where's
Is
Kyrie from?
Is Harden from LA?
Kyrie was technically born in Germany.
Right, but
You know.
didn't he spend time in Southern California
I don't think so.
or growing up there?
Is James Harden LA?
I don't know.
We will search that and have that for you on next week's episode.
The all Southern California All Star team.
The SoCal Throwdown.
There you go.
There you go.
That could be a summer thing. Why don't they do that?
I think if you look at players who were born in like the New York area, if you had like a LA versus
Oh
like
my
a New
goodness
York
gracious.
East
born
Coast
team,
versus West Coast.
those would be pretty tight teams.
Ooh.
But if you do the Cleveland team, you'd have Steph Curry and LeBron James, and then I don't know if you can find 3 other people who were born there.
Yeah, you can.
But
I mean,
do they need 3
I
other
was about
people
say,
to
when you
take
got-
on
when
any
you got
other team?
LeBron and Steph,
Do you need any
that's
other
unfair.
3 people?
Okay.
What's his name? Nance. He's from Cleveland,
Yes,
technically.
he is.
Okay.
Larry Nance Jr.
Larry Nance.
Okay, there we
So
go.
that's 3. Well, 2 in the possible.
He's a low spade. Come on.
He a low spade.
Man, look,
He's not like trying
he a
to
good 2.
trying to
Right.
walk a 10 of clubs or nothing.
Right.
I feel like you
He a
could
5 of diamonds.
He ain't
I'll
watching.
give him that.
He ain't watching the
He's a
9
5 of
walk
diamonds.
now.
I
He
feel
ain't
like you
watching
could
the
take
9
those
walk.
3 and 2 people out the stands, and you could have a
You
good
could
chance.
take a broomstick and a
Get a mop.
I don't know where that was going.
broomstick and a mop bucket. There you, 2 things that don't even go together.
Okay. Why just the stick why not a broom? I don't. Okay.
Now, you better argument was Chicago player.
A Chicago-born team.
Yeah.
So you got Butler,
got
Derrick
D-Wade.
Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Okay, so you got one dude who's surgeon, another dude that is admitting he just ain't the man no more. I'm sorry, but Derrick Rose, that hurt me. And then you got Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
There's no quitting that man. He would play hard. He would play
his
hard.
whole body could shut down.
Right.
But you can't.
He will be on the
stop
court.
His soul.
I just know historically Chicago has produced
Yeah.
great players.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Chicago's produced a great. Oh man, like that could be a.
I'm surprised the
tournament right
Illini
Could
is
be.
not as big as it should be.
because
could be.
not everybody stays at home for school.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Plus Illinois, they have a D1 basketball program, but they're not one of the prestigious D1s.
That's true.
They're no Kentucky.
Just like Mizzou. I'm sorry, don't tell Smooth.
I was about to say they're no Mizzou either. Well, Mizzou in their heyday, because Mizzou now was Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
And anyway, they're no.
I'm sorry if you're still watching Smooth that you had to hear that name.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're no UNC.
That's a
Now
true
see, there you
statement.
go. And see
They
now
are-
you've
I'm intrigued
Can I,
again.
can
I see what you
can I-
did.
Can I
I'm
flip it real
intrigued
quick?
Yeah, go
No,
go flip it.
no,
You don't want to flip it.
don't. I'll flip this table.
They're
So
no.
you have
wanna
to
do
decide
this.
what you want flipped.
I don't want
They're no Duke.
hashtag moving like oh Lord have mercy.
They're no Florida. Did I say
You
Kentucky?
did it
I
again.
already said Kentucky.
Why you put? I would not put Florida in the same category as Kentucky,
Nah, I would put
UNC,
Florida in
and
there.
Duke.
No, I
I
would.
mean, if we're talking,
No.
come on now.
No.
Come on now.
I would have said
Are y'all serious? Y'all serious?
Definitely serious.
Yeah.
Y'all serious?
Definitely serious.
Oh my goodness. I'm talking Florida in this heyday, not Florida now.
Don't
Come
matter.
on now. The University of Florida gave us Gatorade.
Right.
was
yeah,
football,
but that was
So-
for the
But it's
football.
Right.
still university grounds, damn it.
Right.
Now, if you would said football, yes.
Right.
It's
Florida
still
Gators.
university grounds.
Football.
Still on the university campus. Hey, y'all just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, so Kawhi went to the Raptors. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Moving
And Danny Green.
right anyway. Moving right
Hashtag
along.
Danny Green is backup bay.
Light skinned men will do nothing but let you down and use
right,
the
man.
mirror more than you.
It's a shame.
Okay? They gonna get in your concealer,
All
your
this,
foundation,
all
your
this light skin
eyeliners.
hatred.
Man, look, they gonna be at
They'll be using the same brush too.
they gonna be at the mall more than you. They eyebrows gonna
Someone
be
has to
more
go.
on fleek.
Yours.
Yours,
He's still using on fleek in these streets.
I guess.
I guess they are. Don't ask me.
I mean, another word hasn't come out. Popping, that was like in the little mama phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're going backwards. You
They
almost
Carmex
Yeah.
gonna be
You're-
They call me- Man,
you almost hitting Sadal territory, taking it back.
Yeah, now you get into my high school years there, man. You talking about some popping and Carmex. Yeah.
You saying it like Carmex still is not high selling
Their
flip ball?
their eyebrows will be the bee's knees.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's way before all of us, man.
Sadal and his old man saying.
All right, so this past week we had Wimbledon.
Yes.
We did.
Serena, man.
Serena, who sparked controversy from the very beginning with her ranking,
Right.
because a lot of people felt like, okay. A lot of people felt, okay, how can she just jump up here when she hasn't put in the work for it?
What did she do?
On the contrary,
What did she do?
she has done more than put in the work for it. She has made this tennis thing relevant again.
Yeah.
When you think of tennis, what's the first name that comes to mind?
Serena Williams.
All right, and that's across all aspects.
And then you talk about
All
the second
aspects,
one,
male and
Venus
female.
Williams. Just to talk about this Wimbledon.
Venus done dropped down a little bit, but let's get back on Serena.
Yeah, just to talk about this Wimbledon. I would like to talk about the Wimbledon match happened. And,
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon. Wimbledon. It just what's so funny?
Wimbledon.
Because
Wimbledon.
It's with an E,
No.
sir.
Wimbledon.
Yes,
Wimbledon.
Yes, it's WIMB. LEDON, brother.
Oh. Well, that match, man, the big tournament that happened over the
Thing that
weekend.
happened over in Europe with the all white party outfits.
Yeah, and Serena was in it.
Yeah.
She almost won,
She did.
but she got tired. She ran out of steam, man.
She did.
Yeah, man.
I think we still can't take anything away from Serena.
No.
Not at all.
Because even though people are like,
She just
oh my
wasn't
God,
sharp.
She didn't work for that. Yes, she did. Serena has definitely.
She got there.
She's put the game of tennis on her back. Like, she is the greatest tennis player of all time right now. Like, better than
Federer.
yes. Oh, yes. Better than the doll. Leaps and bounds. Better than Sharapova. I ain't heard her name in forever. I don't even know what she's doing right now.
She lost her.
Better than Arthur Ashe.
Better than the other chick. Forgot her name.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Better than Djokovic,
Mm-hmm.
who won on the men's side. She's leaps and bounds better than her
Better than John McEnroe.
counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Agassi, better.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
ain't playing no more.
We're talking about all time.
Billie Jean King,
Billie Jean
better.
King, better.
Mm-hmm.
How many Grand Slams she got? 24?
23.
23. It would have been 24 if she won.
Right.
Yeah.
23
Mm-hmm.
consecutive.
No, they're not consecutive.
I know.
It ain't consecutive.
Dang it! I just,
It can't be
Look,
consecutive.
I ain't had a consecutive moment on this show in a minute, man. I need somebody to do something.
I feel like you've been set up for it twice, but you like to set yourself up for it. You don't do it when other people set you up, but.
Are you saying that because you set me up last week?
And then Sadal did the time I was on before, but that's okay. He don't love us.
I missed it 2 consecutive
Ain't no love
times.
in the heart
You
of
know
the city.
Look, I
No.
missed it 2 consecutive times. You know what consecutive means?
No.
Make my own.
I told you like setting yourself up.
All right, so
Serena.
with Serena coming up short, does that take away from her legacy? Absolutely.
Not at all.
No, you know what I'll say? I don't know. I don't think it's a hot take, but the question here says in regards into women's athletics, I would say Serena Williams is the most dominant athlete of all time.
I like how he emphasized.
Thank you.
I like how he emphasized the T.
He said, I know a T's in that word.
Look, I like how he emphasized the T. But still said athlete. I'm like, oh dang. I was pulling for him.
Look, I'm black.
I agree with you.
Sorry, I'm gonna say
Excuse me.
FT
I say
stuff.
athlete. Okay. Athlete.
But if you say it fast,
Athlete.
you just try too hard.
I like how he thought
Tried
saying
too
it
hard.
fast was going to
Right.
change.
Say it fast, athlete. That don't change you, body.
We are missing the larger point here, which is a
Yes.
point that I was going to make as well, is that we need to stop having this
So we just
conversation
stealing everybody's points today.
about Serena. So that was on point today. You know what? The last couple
I
of
stole
shows.
his, he stole yours.
But here's
you
the
got
thing: the
steal
last
mine.
couple of shows I was here, he admittedly said didn't have a chance to catch up on things. He's prepared today. He has all the hot takes.
Slightly, he was saying Wimbledon with a T.
It's we
Man,
that
Wait,
y'all know what I was talking
Because
about.
of
Crazy is
Y'all know what I was talking about,
wait,
man.
and he said it consecutively. Do you know what consecutive means? He said it one time right after the other. There it is.
What a hard teeth
With a
too.
hard teeth.
Looked you right in your face.
Like you would have thought that was the end of the sentence.
They knew what I was talking
I
about.
definitely did.
The women-
But I do not want this point to get lost is that we have to stop talking about Serena as only the greatest woman athlete of all time.
Yeah.
Her dominance surpasses any other athlete in any other sport, male or female. And I made a couple of notes here.
So you agree with me?
Oh, yes, absolutely. She's the greatest athlete. I got some notes.
Okay. You got notes, man.
I got notes.
Real quick, before you start your notes, I just want to make sure you look over it, make sure all your grammar is right. We don't need you pulling Sadal.
I'm about to mess all this
See,
up.
now you ain't gonna
But I
make
just
you ain't gonna make my stuff into a saying here on the show now.
I didn't.
You
You did.
I'm just no. We're not gonna do that.
all right.
Not gonna do.
She's got 23 individual Grand Slam championships,
23.
7 where she placed as a runner-up. She has 14 doubles titles with her sister. They have a 100% record. 100%. They have never lost a doubles title in any of their matches.
Undefeated.
She has beaten 12 different players who are ranked number 1 in her sport. She won a Grand Slam while pregnant, which was the Australian Open last year. People marvel over Michael Jordan's flu game. Try being pregnant. Having been pregnant before, yeah, that ain't no joke. And you definitely don't want to go out and play the world's greatest at tennis. She then places second at Wimbledon. Only 10 months later, and only 4 Grand Slams in her return.
I know that was petty.
After
It's all right.
after both childbirths
It's all right.
and 5 major surgeries and being near death by most medical accounts. She has one Olympic title. She has an overall win percentage in her career of 77%. She wins 77% of the time that she plays. She went pro in 1995 and played her first Grand Slam in 1998. So she has been dominating her sport for over 20 years.
23 to be exact. So if we were to break it down,
Close to
she
25
averages
years.
a Grand Slam a year.
Basically, she didn't even compete in a Grand Slam her first 3 years, even though she was on the pro circuit. Since she started playing Grand Slams in these 20 years, she has never had a losing record. The closest she came was her very first year, where she had a 60% winning record. Other than that, she's rarely lost. She has 3 more Grand Slams than Roger Federer. She has almost twice as many titles as Bill Russell, who's the title holder in the NBA. She has almost 4 times as many titles as MJ. She has almost 6 times as many Stanley Cups as Wayne Gretzky. She has 9 more titles than Tiger Woods, and these are just her singles titles. These are not even including her Olympic championships, her off-tour championships, or her doubles championships with her sister. She has almost 5 times as many championships as any football player and 4 times as many as any franchise. She has more than any NBA team, and when you add in her double titles, she has won more championships than the Lakers and the Celtics combined. In a modern era where tennis has never been more popular, she has been dominant, and her records are not beholden to segregation. So a lot of the baseball records, there's a lot of controversy over some of the early greats because they never played against players who were great in the Negro Leagues, and the same statistics were not kept in the Negro Leagues. She arguably came from tougher beginnings than any of the other superstars that I just named, who are considered the greats in their sport, having grown up in Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Where they didn't even have actual tennis courts where she learned how to play, although many of them came later and now bear her and her sister's name. She is the greatest athlete of all time.
I was going to take a shot because
all them accolades.
When you said came out of harsh standards, I was like, LeBron daddy was like the Padres. Just wasn't it? But
So you consider LeBron to be the greatest basketball player of all time? Because I said in each of the sports' respective greats, and I used.
Before you forget.
What is that?
She looks so confused right now.
What is this?
Call the camera.
But why are you passing this to me right now?
Gosh. No,
I don't know what that was about.
And no, I'm not saying LeBron is the greatest basketball
What just
player of
happened?
all time.
All right then.
Yet.
After he wins the 2 championships that you're proposing in LA, you think he will be?
I proposed 3 because because I'm banking on the fact that he's going to re-sign with LA.
So you think he's going to surpass Kobe's titles with
Yes, just
LA
by one.
and then become the greatest of all time, surpassing
I mean,
MJ?
well, I have him surpassing Kobe with 6. Whether or not he is physically able to go for 7, because like we said, Father Time
Hmm.
comes out of nowhere on your ass.
I don't think that's what we said.
No, I didn't say that.
I think the phrase is undefeated.
I mean,
But
yeah, it's
I'm the
continue.
king of the old man phrases
Right.
here.
But-
Okay,
okay.
Father
I'm
Time.
not finna look. I'm not finna throw on.
undefeated.
I'm not finna throw on my Mister Steal Your Aunt and get up and say Father Time is undefeated.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna say Father
All
Time
right.
gonna sneak up on your ass.
Okay.
Just like I snuck up on Kobe.
All right.
Snuck
Sure
up on
did.
Kobe real good. Hit Kobe hard.
I hope it sneaks up on Tom Brady.
I think it
All right.
already is.
But this brings up an excellent point, and I know you didn't do this intentionally, but again, a conversation about Serena Williams quickly turned to a conversation about MJ and other stuff, and it just goes to show how little we respect women's sports and women athletes.
She told you. She told
You couldn't even
you.
revel in her accolades for a moment before we had to turn the conversation about two male athletes.
First of all,
I said she was the greatest. of all.
first of all,
Thank you, Sadal.
first
Thank
of
you,
all,
That's what I did.
I've been a fan of Miss Williams since them damn braids that when I would step on them in school hurt like hell.
You
Like-
stepped on braids while you were in school?
How
What were
you
you
step on
doing?
braids?
How were you stepping on
We're
people's
not
braids?
gonna talk about these girls that was at the schools I went to, but just know
Why were you stepping on braids? That hurt.
they were a rowdy bunch. But anyway, moving right along.
No idea how that happens.
Like I've been a fan of Serena since I can remember.
Okay.
Like before Jimmy Fox, I wanted her to be my tennis ball. Okay, I wanted her to be my tennis.
I don't know what
I
that
wa-
means, but I feel
Oh
like it's
my
not.
Oh my
Goodness.
goodness!
Okay.
Told you, cultural reference.
What a-
No,
greatest-
no,
no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no,
'cause
no,
This is
no.
right up your alley.
Yes,
'Cause
this
it happened
happened
at
like
the
years
SB
ago. SB Sports.
It
Mhm.
happened at a sports event
And
And how many times did it happen?
twice.
why did he say he wanted her to be his tennis ball? Because he wanted to
See,
hit it?
he missed his lob. It happened in
I'm not-
back-to-back XP Award shows. Yes,
It did.
it did.
It happened twice. Consecutive.
It's
No.
You
consecutive.
know what
No.
consecutive means?
No.
Well, let me tell you, Annie. It means one right after the other.
And before you go there, we are on YouTube, and I don't want
Dang it.
any strikes.
You know what? I really don't. we gonna wait. Right, because YouTube will shut us down real good.
Real
won't
quick.
it?
Get them strikes on you, and just gone. We are not gonna do that.
So
here.
yes, to answer the question, if we just take out the word women,
Mm-hmm.
if we just say in regards to athletes, is she the GOAT?
Yep.
There you have it.
She's the go. Period.
Thank you.
All right, France wins the
No.
World Cup.
No. The Africans win the World Cup.
You're right.
Pretty much.
Sure.
Yeah.
Immigration won the World Cup.
Yeah, immigration.
Colonization actually won the World Cup, but we don't talk about sports here.
Oh,
Yeah.
because there was a whole lot of black Frenchmen. Anyway,
80% of the
Yeah.
French national team.
okay. FIFA's coverage of women in question.
Yeah, since Spicy is back, we're gonna start talking about women more on the show.
I just
So-
want to.
I'll let her have the flow on this.
I just want to highlight something real quick. Smooth, I know you're watching. Clearly, me nominating you but not presenting you for Idiot of the Week for making such a rave about soccer but not including it got to you. So thank you for including it.
Or maybe it was the message in the group chat where Annie said, "Here are the topics that I want to talk about."
Oh.
So now we know who reads group chat
Annie.
and who doesn't.
Thank you
Thank you
for bringing up the
for bringing
soccer.
up soccer.
Jesus.
Give me my accolades.
So talk about it.
So the coverage. So FIFA and here the networks that had the rights to the coverage, but also nationally, there was a lot of criticism around how women fans in particular were covered. That they only would show quote unquote attractive women, typically those that were wearing revealing or low cut things. Women here who cover sports talked about when they, used to do sideline coverage or sports anchoring, that they had actual terms for women fans, which varied by station. One sports personality said that they used to call them honeys. And so they would be like, I have a honey in section C. And so that was how they chose which
I think
women
that
were on the
transcends
cameras.
sports. I think that's universal.
Well,
Everybody
so
calls
that,
them honey. Yeah. I got this honey
mm,
over here.
They do that in all sports. If you watch
right. So that's what
sports
people were
coverage, they
saying,
do
is
that.
that it wasn't unique to FIFA, that the coverage of women fans in sportsdom is often related to their appearance and their attractiveness and not necessarily their sport fandom. And so, do you feel as though it's an issue, um, both in terms of what it says about women, but also what it portrays to young boys and men who watch sports about highlighting a woman's sexuality, even in the context of just this is supposed to be a fan, where it's not, shouldn't be about attractiveness, but about fandom.
I think I concur. I just stand by what I said last week, and I'm not gonna get it's too political.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a problem in our society.
Mm-hmm.
It's just society, infiltrating the sports. That's all.
Your thoughts?
I had to get my composure together before I got the camera on me.
Okay.
I don't even see me laughing. All
I
right.
don't know why he was laughing.
It's not for you to know, dog.
He just got all kinds of secrets on the shows. What's happening right now?
I have no
I
idea.
feel like there's a show beneath the
answered
show
the phone.
happening. Right. What was that about?
What's something I don't know.
Right.
All right.
Talks about stepping on.
Stepping on braids that hurt.
I don't-
There's a show beneath the show happening right
Yeah,
now
it
that I
is.
don't think I'm privy to.
Something I don't know
the
about.
quality of hair product back in the day just wasn't good. So the braids hurt.
But what kind of shoes? I'm worried more about the quality of your shoes, where you can feel pain through stepping on a braid.
Oh no! See, okay, it was during the after school
Were you
program.
barefoot?
And in the after school program, we generally took our shoes off. So we took our shoes off and just have on the socks. When you step on anything with just a layer of sock, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna hurt like hell. So there you go. All
So
right.
we learned that you were barefoot in school, and your
How am I
classmates had.
barefoot? How am I
had
That
barefoot?
still
crusty-
with
doesn't
socks on?
explain
Had
how you're
crusty
stepping on
braids.
braids that's on people's heads. I don't understand how that happens.
I feel like he said that so confidently, as if that was going to give an explanation. And I have more questions, but I will ask them off the air because this is a sports show.
Yeah,
So we'll talk about your crusty braids and your soft socks and all that
he
after
was
the
getting
show.
ready to say something heartfelt.
I mean, a sock's supposed to be
Before-
hard. Like your soft socks. Oh, because I ain't never woke up like that. I want to put on some hard socks.
I never heard of hard braids, so we just learning all kinds of new textures today. Can
How-
you finish your comment?
Again, how we stepping on braids.
Right. Finish your comment. You were about to
yes,
say
you're saying-
something.
You're going to say something profound here.
No, I didn't even want to say no more. Oh, but in the short time
Mm-hmm.
that I have been on this earth, I will say this. Most of the time, when you see women at sports events,
Mm-hmm.
it's selective of what they show on TV.
Right.
Because the spectrum of women at sports events is very wide.
Right.
You got, the ones that look like they just rolled out of bed and walked in.
Just like guys do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have
Yeah.
the ones who sat in front of a mirror for 30 minutes, got their hair done, nails done, everything did,
Mm-hmm.
makeup on point, got the girls out, got the stilettos on at a sports function, which really don't make no sense to me because most of the time you're standing.
I wear heels to sporting events, but go on.
Again, not everybody
Mm-hmm.
is an Annie Greer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I would wear heels to the games. And then just change in the locker room. That's... Continue.
We ain't gonna talk about the guys' choices in the outfits.
Right.
Westbrook.
Okay, see, you all are talking about the participants in the sport. I'm speaking on spectators.
Right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
spectators.
Mm-hmm.
Spectators standing in the stands,
Mm-hmm.
just in stilettos, pumps, in the stands, just sitting there,
Mhm.
and they looking all good and stuff. But most of the time, do the really good looking ones like the ones that look like that chick from the
Why we keep using chick?
2016, like the woman from the 2016 NBA Finals
Mm-hmm.
that gave Steph Curry that look. Y'all remember? You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
You remember?
I don't.
She had the drink in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
She was like,
I
"Ooh,
remember.
yeah, her."
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
In a rare occasion, you'll see a woman
Or like
that
Kevin
looks
Durant's
like
ex,
that.
he used to sit courtside at OKC
I don't
games.
even remember. I don't remember that.
They dated in college.
Yeah, whatever. Reminiscent. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face.
But continue.
Okay, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
they are usually the ones that don't know jack squat about what's going on. Usually.
How do you know that? Because, like I said,
How can you?
I wear heels, and when I used to go to Seahawks
Oh my
games,
God! This isn't about you.
Redskins games, I wear heels.
Stanton,
Clippers games, I
Stanton,
wear
you're
heels.
dipping your toe in the deep end, and I'm gonna try to save you right now. You might want to step back.
No, I'm gonna say it.
Okay,
Do it.
I'm gonna say it.
Go
Because it's
do
true.
it.
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say it.
Go ahead. Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say it because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ones that put more effort.
This is what it would look like if fan coverage of sports were given a sports show, basically.
Oh my goodness! I tried to save him, y'all. America, I tried to save him, but
I feel like
he
we've had a
just
lot
don't
to
want to
say
be
about
saved.
America, right?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The
Okay.
selective women, or the women selection that is
So women who
represented.
care about their appearance have an inverse relationship with knowledge of sports. Continue.
The women that are shown during the coverage of the sports event
Mm-hmm.
typically don't really know what's going on.
You know this how? Because the camera
Most of
flashed
the
on them and
time,
then did
just
what?
there. Like, that's typically what goes on. There's a rare
Check my email.
class
Check.
of women who have the brains and the beauty, who know what's going on, and have good knowledge of what they're talking about. They do exist. However, when they're showing the gang of girls together, all
Gang of
happy and
girls.
stuff,
They're not even women anymore. Now they're girls. First they was chicks.
Let me check my email
Now they're
again
girls.
because I think I missed it real quick. If I
I mean, you really can't make a generation with gang of women. GW, that
Okay.
don't really work.
All right.
When they're all together,
Mm-hmm.
enjoying stuff, having a great time. It's woo woo the woo women. There we go.
the views expressed by
Please give this disclaimer.
The camera's not. Hold on.
Oh my god.
There you go.
the views expressed by Stanton does not reflect this platform sports talk show
Mm-hmm.
or its affiliates
Or its co-host.
or its co-host. Definitely not its co-host. Proceed, Stanton.
Okay.
Because you've already just dipped into the
Right.
deep end, man. You all the way in there, man.
Go ahead and drown.
Because Annie getting ready to
No, Annie has nothing. There's no way for me to follow this up. It is not salvageable. This will be the last point that we hear on coverage of women's
I
sports.
tell you what, we're gonna have a lot of comments in this video. Not because I messed up words.
They completely forgot about Wimbledon.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, finish your thought.
Finish up. We'll finish up. No,
Yeah.
might as well finish up now.
Finish your thought so we
Finish
can
it.
go on to the next topic.
Yeah, because we gotta talk about TU.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. From the experience of the events that I go to,
Mm-hmm.
majority of the time,
Mm-hmm.
the women that are there aren't really that interested in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going because they were invited.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rare. Oh, I was about to say rare condition, and I was family
This
medicine.
day and age. Gotta see it dry. Anyway.
It's a rare condition. It's just rare to have woman at a sports event that actually cares about what's going on and has knowledge of the game. That's all I'm saying.
Man, you are stereotyped out, man. I'm telling you.
I
Stereotyped
just realized the camera's
out.
still on you. Hold on.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's on me. Because it should
Don't
be
put it on.
all on
Don't
push it back.
man.
don't put it on me
forgot
again.
to
I
push
don't
it
even
Should
want to
be
be
on
affiliated with
you.
I
this.
forgot to push it back.
Should be you, my
I'm
brother.
embarrassed on so many levels.
So that's what I
We need a hashtag moving right along.
Right.
The TO and the NFL, man.
Yes, let's talk
Gonna
about
say
that.
this. Now, TO, man, who is the pettiest, the TO or the NFL?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you are not following football because of the Colin Kaepernick protests,
Mm-hmm.
I will fill you in. Terrell Owens
Mm-hmm.
was inducted into the National Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And he, I think, is the first guy who refused to show up
Yep.
to the event on his own. I mean, just it wasn't a death in the family. It's not an emergency. He said he just don't want to go. He's going to have his own get together and celebration
Mm-hmm.
with friends and family.
No, not friends and family. He's going to be at the University of Tennessee, and he's inviting people.
Chattanooga.
Oh, okay.
And he decided to host it at the same time. Originally, it was scheduled for 2 to 3 hours before, and he has now moved it back to take place at the exact same time as the Hall of Fame ceremony.
And I think I can imagine why. Because one, Michael Irvin
Mm-hmm.
has had some choice words for him.
Mm-hmm.
Said it's a disgrace,
Mm-hmm.
and you should be grateful. This is a privilege to be in the Hall of Fame, and he is not happy about it. And a lot of other league officials and players are not happy
Mm-hmm.
that T.O. has pulled this stunt and made a spectacle about him. That's the story.
I got a question because there's one thing that I've been in clouded about. So he's accepting the position in the Hall of Fame. He's just not going to the ceremony.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
He's not. He didn't go to the gold jacket ceremony.
So that means he's
not
still-
going to be.
oh, so
He went to get fitted.
he went to get fitted, right?
so are they still gonna?
He
give him a
sat
gold
for the
jacket?
bus.
Like,
They're
why?
mailing it
Have
to him.
to.
They
So
said
okay,
that they're going to mail it to him.
All right. So all right, so you know how they have the Hall of Fame thing, and then
Mhm.
every year at the Super Bowl they highlight that Hall of Fame class.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that he will miss that too,
Who
or
knows?
is that yet
I don't
to be
know.
determined?
Oh, yet to be
Who
determined.
knows?
And what is
The way it's looking now, I don't think he's going to any of that stuff.
And the true reason for him not going? Could
Well,
it be?
He
with
said,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
You probably was
Could
going
it be
on
with everything? With everything that's going on surrounding the NFL?
No.
No.
No, he said that he is sitting it out for all those who had to wait to get in.
Yeah, because see, he was, and I get his point on this deal. He should have been in the Hall of Fame,
He should have been first ballot.
but because of his perception by the media,
Mm-hmm.
who chooses the Hall of Fame,
Right.
he was pushed back. If you look at his career,
Mm-hmm.
bona fide Hall of Famer off the bat. If you look at his personal life, he has not been in one incident.
Mhm.
He hasn't been in legal trouble. He ain't beating up on women.
Mhm.
He ain't abusing drugs. Clean and sober. Why not put him in the Hall of Fame? Why? Because the media has this personal gripe against T.O.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason.
Does anybody know why?
Because
Because he was perceived as being a bad teammate,
right.
and because he was cocky.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it. The worst thing, yo,
You've got women beaters. You've got
you've got Michael Irvin,
kids. You got
Michael Irvin, who was coked out for
coked out, smoked out.
Sadal,
entire championships with the Cowboys.
You said you got women beaters. What was the second thing? I didn't hear.
You got drug abusers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
drug abusers. That's what I'm trying to say. Drug abusers. You know, you got people that's been in trouble with the law. in the Hall of Fame.
Ray
and
Lewis,
going
who's
up,
going
Ray
in
Lewis.
this class.
You know, he got off on murder charges. I mean, come on, man.
Murder was the case that they gave him.
And he's in the Hall of Fame. He shouldn't say not one mumbling word about this whole situation.
2 knees.
Oh,
Two
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you got Coons in the Hall of Fame too. Michael Irvin,
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
I was about to say, weren't we just talking about Ray Lewis?
But anyway, but you wanna vilify T.O.
Right.
And in that case,
But what this has turned into is a one-upmanship and pettiness.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So T.O. originally said that he was not going to attend the ceremony. He didn't have any reasons or explanations attached to it. He just said that he was honored going into the Hall of Fame, declined to attend the ceremony.
Yeah.
Fix what cord? There. There. The Hall of Fame said, fine, don't come. We'll mail you your jacket. Then T.O. said, I'm going to have a separate event where I celebrate my Hall of Fame accomplishment. I'm going to go back to my alma mater and I'm going to have an event there.
Didn't say when.
Then the Hall of Fame said, well,
Right.
it was scheduled for earlier in the day originally when he was going to do it. Then the Hall of Fame said, well, fine, then we're just not going to mention you at all during the Hall of Fame activities. You will still appear in the program. When they list who's being inducted, they will say his name, but they're not going to do any tribute video, which they've done for everybody else. They're not going to in any way single him out and acknowledge him attending. Then all of a sudden his event moved. And now you have these players coming out and speaking out against him. So it's just turned into like a game of one-upmanship and pettiness.
So with the Hall of Fame ceremony presentation and all that, they're still going to show the video?
No, they're not doing
They're
the
not
video.
showing the video at all.
No.
anymore.
They're not doing any video. They're not having anybody
But
speak
they're
in
still
his
going to mention
place.
him, though.
Only when they list who's in that class, they will say his name.
So T.O.
His name will still be in the program.
He's still in the Hall of Fame.
T.O. wins. He still gets in the
He's
Hall
still
of Fame.
going to get a bus in the
His
Hall of Fame.
name is still in the program. He still gets the jacket. He still gets the bus. They
Mhm.
mention him on national TV. In what situation does he lose? He still gets the recognition.
I
When-
guess
if
it
I go
depends
to
on
the Hall
what
of
you
Fame-
value.
After the ceremony, if I go to the Hall of Fame, I will see T.O.'s bus. there.
hmm
Exactly. It's like, ha, ha, ha.
I guess it
We didn't let him get on TV for like 20 minutes with a speech.
Yeah.
It depends
Well,
on how
4
you
hours,
want
but,
to be. Yeah, it depends on how you want to be remembered. It depends on. I mean, part of the reason why he has not gotten in is because he was seen as immature and because of his antics, and now he's just done that to like a Hall of Fame level now. With his own with his own with the with the way that he's acted and this whole ceremony thing and those sorts of things. And originally he just said like, great, but I'm not going to attend. And I thought that was perfect because the alternative given like people knew how T.O. felt, and the fact that he had such a measured response initially to me was like good. The Hall of Fame shouldn't want him there anyway because the alternative is a Michael Jordan petty speech.
Yeah.
You get up there, you talk about how you should have got in, you talk about all the media and how they didn't love you, and I love me some me, and all that other stuff.
That's what I was about to say.
So he could have got up there and been real petty about it, and the fact that he chose not to was fine. And I think that we're seeing that. So, for example, the NFL draft, where you are having fewer players show up to the draft, instead they're deciding to have these separate events where they can celebrate with family and all that other stuff. So it was cool at first.
You don't demonize them for not going to.
Right. But then the more each side got to talking, the pettier it got. So it went from just like, thank you, but I decline, to now I'm doing this for all the people who have been kept out and delayed. And
This is for everybody.
and it's not even like he's waited the longest to get in. This is
No,
his
not
third
at
year of
all.
eligibility.
Ask Art Monk.
Chris Carter,
How long
I
he's
think,
waited.
was on the ballot longer. Like, they're just other wide receivers because there's a logjam
Art
at the wide
Monk.
receiver position anyway to get into the Hall of Fame. So, yes, he absolutely should have been first ballot. But getting in his third year of eligibility is not necessarily the most egregious thing to happen. And for him to make this some, like, cause, I think minimizes one legitimate cause.
Yeah, that's where I back away from him.
Yeah, it's like,
nah, okay, maybe just being too petty.
right. But yeah, and I think the NFL is being equally petty because you could have just not mentioned him. The fact that you felt the need to tell like the world.
Then these
We're not
all
gonna
these
mention
players
him.
want to chime in.
Right.
Come on, man. Stop all that.
Right.
Irvin, please stop.
Right.
You have no standing in talking about anybody else's problems. All the problems you've had.
Right.
Come on, man.
So in terms of who wins the Patty Award,
T.O. pretty much got that one.
T.O. wins it because
Yeah,
he still
T.O.
gets everything that he gets with being in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get a video.
video.
And plus an option to preach a sermon at the
Right.
Hall of
Right.
Fame Church of God in Christ Convention.
right.
That's basically what it is.
This is one big revival. That's all it is.
That's one big revival.
Oh, the year that I went to the Hall of Fame, John Randall got inducted, and it went quickly from speeches to a convocation. He got up there and preached. It was awesome though. People loved it. He got a standing ovation. It was crazy.
Oh man. I just thought
And this Hall of Fame class, I think, like the Hall of Fame ceremony that I went to, I thought was the best class, and this one, it's up there with them because I went when Emmitt Smith and Jerry Rice got inducted together.
that 12-hour show.
I wanted to go when Marshall Falk and Deion Sanders got in.
Oh, that would be another good one. Yeah. But that was like
those are
one
my
of the
top two
highlights.
favorites.
Yeah, that was like the highlight of my sports career was going to the Hall of Fame ceremony in the game. But yeah. But I'm gonna have to give the Petty Award to the NFL. Where you go? That's my quarterback. Only in this case, that's my receiver. So I'm a ride with my man's.
It's like y'all just mad at T.O. because he loved him some him.
Right.
So like in an age where self-love is being pushed, y'all mad at the man who basically kind of started it first.
He gave us so many gems.
So
I love me
many.
some me. Get your popcorn
Get the
ready.
popcorn ready.
Yeah, people saying it all the time.
I feel like if he could have, he would have hopped in the South.
The sideline
would've.
dances that are legal now.
He started them. If he could
The
have,
only thing I
He
don't-
didn't start them. He didn't start them.
Right.
He made them big.
Right. The only thing I didn't like was when he played for the Eagles and he laid down in the star and did Snow Angels. I could have slit his throat. I'm sorry. The family show. I could have come to.
I mean, that's not the worst thing that could have been said about doing to a man. And
So
let's not forget Jesse Jackson. But
Woo.
you remember what he said, right?
no, but I don't think I need to hear it. I'm good.
Yeah, you don't.
But y'all ready for that 12-hour show though? The first 6 hours is gonna be everybody in their speeches.
Right.
The last 6 hours is all Ray Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ray Lewis is gonna be
Especially
last.
since they're not given a time
gonna
limit
be-
on their speeches.
Yeah,
Oh, he gonna come up.
They're
gonna be
definitely
preaching.
first of all, they're definitely gonna put him last.
yeah, they're gonna do him last.
And yeah, people
He gonna have
take your snuggies, get your popcorn ready.
He gonna be in there. Let the church say
now
amen.
low key before all of this coonery happened. I was waiting on his speech in the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
still waiting on it. I'm just.
I'm still gonna watch.
It's still gonna be epic.
I'm still gonna watch.
It's still gonna be epic.
It's still gonna be like
I might have to read the transcript. It's like I don't want to give you the readings, but I still want to know the content.
turn on closed caption. Nah, they probably gonna they gonna mess it up. Look, if y'all think Sadal make up words, I can't wait for Ray Lewis. The predictification, all right, of your heart. Years ago, I ripped my heart out and gave it to my teammates. Now I'm taking it back
Mm.
and enshrining it in whatever the material they make the bus
Stay-
out of.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. I put my heart on the table, and all y'all gonna ride with me. Put on my back. Get on my back on the Hall of Fame. You gonna ride with me on the Hall of Fame train? Are you? Yeah,
Oh my god. Both knees.
both knees.
Both Jesus.
It's just,
I can't wait, man.
I just want him to
I
end with
can't wait,
that.
low
That's
key,
all.
man.
all I know is somewhere in there he's gonna announce, I want you all to join me on Sunday at my new church.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a call and response section.
Ravens.
Yes, it's gonna be a call and
Yeah,
response.
absolutely.
They might have bust out some communion.
Right.
Fly
He
like
go
a
pass
Raven
the
Baptist
plate.
church.
Gonna pass the plate.
He go
around.
pass the plate.
The choir gonna be back there.
Oh, he needs to bring a choir on.
You know what
stage.
would shut it all down though? If he talks about anything about the protests in Colin Kaepernick, I can feel it coming.
Oh, who was
I
it?
could-
Ely last year? Who? Ely. He was
Yeah.
the former Seattle Seahawk, and I
Yes.
forget what designation he had.
Yeah.
And he got up there and talked about police brutality and women's rights.
And they cut it out of the speech. If you go back and look it up on YouTube, it is not there.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what the league does.
Right.
But when Ray Lewis talks about it, it's gonna stay in there.
I don't think it is.
It's gonna stay.
It depends on
Ray
how he
Lewis gonna
talks
talk
about it.
He's gonna talk
It
about it.
depends on how he talks about
The
it.
longevity in which he speaks on it.
No, he's gonna be against the protest.
Right.
You know it is.
Nah.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be against the protest.
Instead of taking one knee, take two knees. He gonna make that a shirt. I feel it.
Yeah.
2 knees for Jesus. I feel it. I feel it. All
Hey
right.
man, DeMarco Murray retired, man.
And that's not the only one.
No, not the only one.
It was announced today that Revis Island
Mm-hmm.
has closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Jurassic World.
Cam Chancellor before him retired.
Darren Sproles announced that this year will be his last season.
Father Time is undefeated.
I'm sorry, Cam Chancellor's wasn't funny, but it was kind of funny.
Oh, his
He
tweet,
said it.
what he said.
Y'all pray for your boy. I don't know what these, I don't know what these head injuries gonna do.
Right.
You know what he said he's gonna do, but he prayed for me.
All right, so with Darrell Revis retiring, I want to speak about Darrell Revis before we get to DeMarco Murray because I think Revis.
Yeah, I
Murray,
think so.
How long before he gets after his eligibility? How long?
A couple years. He's gonna wait.
I don't think so. I think he'll be first ballot.
I don't think so. I don't think he's that.
Wait, what type of legal trouble has he been in? I think he's that good. I think it's a personality thing.
I don't think
they would never put in a hollow.
He's great.
I don't think
he's
there's
that great.
I don't think there's that many people played in the secondary who are waiting to get into the Hall of Fame. If you look at Hall of Fame classes, they don't do 6 receivers, even if you were to order all the positions together. 6 receivers were the best 6 people put in 6 receivers at once.
We got Ed
They usually
Reed.
have you said.
You got Ed Reed. You got Champ Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
What she had?
Damn, I forgot about Champ Bailey.
All
You got
right.
Charles Woodson.
Oh, he did retire.
Wow.
Charles Woodson.
He played as
But they all retired ahead.
right?
And it's also-
But they retired ahead of him.
right.
So I think that
he's gonna
they'll.
be waiting a couple years.
Well, I think that they'll get in first ballots. I think that they'll all be in before his eligibility comes
Our
up.
vocal vibrations shaking my head.
I know
Oh, that makes-
I feel the vibration. It's just a good vibration. Yeah.
I was waiting for somebody to do it.
Anyway,
That's too high.
new segment.
Hold on.
Oh,
Wait.
he still wanted to talk about.
Wait.
Sorry.
Sadal is ready.
Darrell Revis.
I'm ready
ain't
to
the
go. I'm
only one
hungry,
that
man.
retired.
Sadal is ready
I'm
to
hungry.
go.
Like
He
Darrell
is-
ain't the only one. Dang.
Okay.
All right. How long before DeMarco Murray? I think it's gonna be a minute.
I don't think
been
he's
in the
Hall of Fame material.
No.
And I'm a former Cowboys fan, and I love what you did for us, buddy, in 2014.
did
Much
it to-
appreciated.
Whatever
but-
he did, he was great for a short period.
He was great for a season,
Yeah.
and that was
He's
it.
not like a Terrell Davis.
Right.
Darrell Davis. Plus, Darrell Revis had his own commercial.
Okay.
It's funny too.
Don't remember,
I don't remember that. Either.
but he had the
It was
caliber
for
of
Champs,
player.
or no, it was for the sporting goods place.
Okay, I kind of vaguely remember that one.
Mm.
Just not gonna say the name. Could be misconstrued.
Oh.
All right, so damn, I did not prepare for this segment. Congrats, you were right. Who wants to go
I'll go.
first?
I think this is obvious. Sadal, congrats. You were right
Oh damn.
about getting Matheny up out the paint. And obviously the entire Cardinals organization agrees with you and also thinks you were right.
That's right.
As a Clippers fan, I hope you bring some rightness to us and help us get our coach fired. But yeah, this one was easy. Congratulations, Sadal. You were right.
So now you got somebody.
No, I will turn the favor. Congrats, Annie. You're right
Oh, thank you.
about Serena Williams. I mean, you broke it down to the T of why Serena is the greatest athlete of all time.
Wait, did you say it again?
Athlete.
Nah,
No.
I feel like you slowed it down.
No.
An athlete. Like, did I hear that wrong? Because it's like
You heard it wrong, man.
you slowed it down.
You heard it wrong.
You slowed it down.
He ain't talking fast. You just listening slow.
That's right. She's the GOAT.
You slowed it down.
She was right. She broke it down perfectly. Had all the, I mean, It's obvious. And so, yeah, congratulations, Annie. You're right.
Thank you.
I ain't got one.
See,
At the time, it could have been you, but that ties into my what if.
Mm.
okay, we'll wait on that one then.
So we'll wait for that. I don't have a congrats. You were right,
Okay.
but I do have an idiot of the week.
Okay.
All right.
Don't steal mine. She already gave up one of them.
Is it crazy because that was my idiot of the week too? So can I just go?
Just
ahead
go
and
ahead.
You can do
That
it.
one.
That's
Take that
just
one.
your idiot
Take
of
that
the
one.
week.
Wait, am I going first?
Yes, go
You
ahead.
are now.
Okay. My idiot of the week was Kevin Durant. Let this show. It's so funny. It's so funny she said that. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement.
Well, something in my
It's so funny that you say that. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this now, and you can document it. You can put it into the reels of platform history.
What you about to
This will be my last show discussing Kevin Durant.
Oh.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
hot take. We'll see about that.
This
won't
will
we?
be my last
Is
show.
this like when you said that you would not watch the NBA finals
He would
and
not
then
show up to
came
the show.
right and then came to a special edition show?
I mean, I
we
had
didn't
to show
even
up
wait.
because somebody couldn't be there. But yeah, you know.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, the reason
this take-
I'm not speaking about Kevin Durant anymore
Mhm.
is because, unlike Kevin Durant, I don't let people who are younger than me get under my skin.
Mhm.
Like, if I got shoes older than you, fam, I'm just gonna let it go.
Mhm.
But no.
So tell the people what happened. They
Kevin Durant.
They weren't paying
Let me
attention.
go ahead and pull it up so I can get the words correct. I don't want to butcher nothing. But Kevin Durant was, chilling on, maxing all, cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when the little kid that was up to no good started causing trouble in his Twitter hood. Got into one little argument. Kevin Durant got scared and said, "You know what? I ain't even gonna talk about it." But look, Kevin Durant. Oh my God, it's not pulling up. Come on.
Sweep your dorm room. You don't know nothing about ball.
Yeah. What?
Sweep your dorm room.
Stop tagging me in this trash.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So in a world, thank you all. Thank you. Congrats, you two were right. Hey, I found something. So in a world where Kevin Durant went from possibly going to the finals to losing and then going to the team that beat him, and everybody had something to say, myself included. It took it took a little teenager to say a few words to get under his skin for Kevin Durant to respond with what, sweep your dorm room.
Mhm.
And on top of that, his responses weren't even the clapback wasn't worthy of a, oh, he said, So Kevin Durant, for letting a high schooler get under your skin when you can call Westbrook a word that I can't say on here because it's a family show.
Mhm.
Congratulations, sir. You are my idiot of the week.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Hey, no, you don't even get your head out your ass.
Camera's on me, Steve.
No, it's not. Right here it says, okay, I don't know what's going on. There we go. You got to press it twice. The frame was on here. I don't know what was going on. You don't even get your head out your ass. Stay off of Twitter. It hurts you.
That's right. Kevin, stop. Get some help.
It's not. It wasn't on you. Dang it.
Dang it.
Pay attention to the ring.
Man, come on,
Try it again.
Mr. Producer.
Try it again.
Right.
Kevin, stop. Get some help.
It still has to be a soundbite. Since the camera's on
I'm
you,
gonna have to get this.
thank you, please.
I'm gonna have to
We've been
get that
waiting
on.
it for a
Yeah.
minute.
Get that Jordan soundbite. But
Ooh,
anyway.
that can be the new when you go overtime.
Wow! That's nice. I'm gonna have to get that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. My idiot of the week is the officials of the Los Angeles Rams. What are you doing?
You saved the show, thank God.
Yes,
You say something about it.
Mhm.
Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams signs Brandon Cook, a wide receiver, who they just recently acquired from the Patriots,
Mm-hmm.
to a 5-year, $80 million deal.
Mm.
Now,
Meanwhile,
in a perfect world, yeah, that would have been a lot of money, but it would have been a decent signing. There's one problem.
what's that problem?
You have one of the greatest defensive linemen of our generation in Aaron Donald, unsigned for 2 years. You give this kid $80 million for 5 years. He just got on the team. You don't even know how he's going to play with the Rams. You got a future Hall of Famer. I'm going to say it right now. Future Hall of Famer Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't sign him. Where they do that at?
One more time.
Where they do that at?
One more time.
I'm
not making fun of it. I love it.
Where did they do this? What are they doing? What
Why'd
universe?
you change it?
Because you trying to
No, I wasn't. No.
He thought it was a setup.
No.
He thought it was a setup.
I'm shell shocked, man. I don't know what's going on here, man.
That was one of my favorite sayings, and I haven't heard it forever. So.
Where they do that at, man?
He said, you fooled me once.
You fool me once.
Shame on
you.
You fooled me twice.
Hold on. If you fool me, I can't get fooled again. He took the choice. It's a saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas.
But anyway, as stupid as I sound right now, you are even crazier for not signing Aaron Donald. So, congratulations, St. Louis. See? Congratulations. I'm going to call you St. Louis Rams because you know what? You don't even deserve to be in L.A. for making stupid moves like this. Crocky. So, congratulations, L.A. Rams. You played yourselves.
As much as it pains me to say this as a Rams fan, I need you all to get your heads out of your ass. Please and thank you.
Pay the man.
What?
Los Angeles Rams, stop. Get some help.
All right, and spicy.
All right.
We went over that this time. Thank you.
My idiot of the week is Josh Hader. That's Hader with a D, Hader.
He ain't a hater. He's a hater. Though.
He's a hater.
Yeah, he's a hater.
He hates some crucial stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, he hates a couple folks.
Right.
Maybe a group of folks.
So for those of you who are not from
people.
Yes.
right, whole groups of people.
Yes.
So for those of you who did not know or were not on your phones during the MLB All-Star game the other day. So Josh Hader on his Twitter 7 years ago when he was 17 had some extremely racist and homophobic tweets that started to emerge during the game while he was playing.
But of course, because what better time?
Right. So during the game, fans started finding out about this information to the point where the MLB went down into the stands where his family was sitting and swapped out their jerseys, which had Hader on the back of them, and gave them blank jerseys because they thought that people in the crowd might start going after his family.
Wow.
He issued an apology, but his apology was just, I was young and dumb. So I've known a lot of young people, and I agree that due to brain development, that they often do a lot of things that we could categorize as dumb. But since when is racism an automatic product of being 17? Since when is homophobia a product of being 17?
How old is he now?
24.
Not that long ago.
All right, let's do some math.
So what? You turned 18, you suddenly became an adult and not racist and not homophobic?
I left my childish ways behind.
Right. We've got to stop equating childish with being racist and homophobic. Plenty of 17-year-olds are not in these streets, dropping N-words on Twitter. Some of the stuff that he was saying was just ridiculous. Not that it's not all ridiculous, but he was full out with his. And of course, they asked the one black guy who was there,
The
who was his
one black
teammate,
guy.
Because it's
how he
always the one.
how
It's
he
always
felt
the
about
one.
it. So what is he gonna
Everybody.
say? So he was like, I know him now, and he's a good dude now, and you said who? Loren.
Lorenzen Kane.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he said, everybody makes
Anybody else just hear a
mistakes.
weird ominous whisper?
I don't know.
Father, was that you?
Can you hear me?
Right.
It is I. It is I, God. Here.
No donut
Played by
references.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Oh
You
goodness.
can't get rid of me.
We derailed the show.
You know, Halos got a hole in them like a
Just like a
donut.
donut.
Excusing racist and homophobic tweets by saying you were young makes you my idiot of the week.
Congratulations, hater. You played yourself.
Get your hater head out your ass.
Hater. Stop. Get some help.
Well, guys, this has been a great show. We've just got one more segment.
One
and
more.
then we are out of here like Machado out of Baltimore, like Kawhi out of San Antonio, like LeBron out
And
of
Danny
Cleveland.
Green. Y'all gonna quit leaving Danny out of this. He's important.
I just want the record to show you've been on here enough times. It was always Clay. You just now putting Danny into this.
I
Yeah.
said that Danny Green was hashtag backup bay.
It's the first time we ever heard it.
Now she did say that.
Heard it here.
Sadly, she did say that.
I've
Yeah.
talked about Danny Green on the show
All right,
before. Y'all
so-
just don't be listening to me.
What if? I'm gonna save my what if for after Sadal. So, who want to go first?
I can go. So, what if I had daughters and they grew up in a sports climate that actually valued women athletes and athletes, both of them, and and where they were never subjected to comments that made their sports fandom an inverse relationship to their attractiveness or how they valued themselves or showed themselves to the world. And what if men thought about their daughters before doing such things and actually made sports acceptable and the sports climate acceptable for all women?
I would say that, well, first and foremost, your daughters will be fans of three things. First,
Are you
Yeah,
going to be
so
on
long.
camera?
first, got UNC.
Yes.
Second, Pittsburgh. Third,
Pittsburgh
Jesus, the
and
surging-
Penguins.
The surging.
The Surging Pirates and the Penguins. Just wanted to make sure you didn't include that third team in there.
Nah, not after that
The
conversation
ones with the
last
terrible
week.
towels?
No, not after that conversation last week. I wouldn't dare. And then three, maybe still the Clippers.
Always.
Always the Clippers. Them three.
Absolutely. And the Sounders, because I do like soccer and I do talk about it.
Forgot about the Sounders. Well, I said three, so that was my third. Sadal.
What if the Cardinals go ahead with Yadier Molina's wishes and make him a player coach? Man, I think they would be treading some murky waters. You know, I wouldn't do it, but I don't think they would be any better. I would choose. I would choose a more experienced coach at this point, especially after Mike Matheny. But I don't think it would be a good move to do.
All right. My what if is, what if Smooth just randomly appeared next to Danny?
What's happening?
What if Dad
Where do you
showed
come from?
What if
How y'all
Dad
be?
How did you get here?
what if Dad showed up and we hadn't taken the chicken out of the
he
freezer
did it.
yet?
He did it.
I concur.
He did it.
Whatever it is that you're
Yeah.
here
He
to
did it, man.
reprimand or set straight or whatever it is.
Yep. in trouble, man.
Right.
Get out my dad. You in trouble, man.
All right, so
El
my what
Padre.
if is directed towards you, Sado.
I see, man. See, I told you he did.
No, no, it's not. It's not. No, no, no. Because I asked you this already.
Okay.
I asked you on Sunday. So with the skipper change in the Cardinals organization, what if for a third straight year they missed the playoffs, like everything?
Wouldn't be unexpected. Wouldn't be unexpected at all. Just the way the season is played out.
I mean, but at that point, who would then catch the blame? Because Matheny's gone.
Upper management.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There you go. Upper management.
Just can't never blame the players.
No, because the players are not that bad.
Now, a few players have said, even Molina yesterday, he got interviewed. He said they don't need to bring in no more new guys, which I disagree. But
Mhm.
he said they need to play better. They all got the message now that Matheny, Mabry, and Mueller got axed.
Mhm.
It's on them to perform.
And he's saying that because he's a team guy.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You don't want to get caught as a player saying we need to be
Exactly.
the other guys
But
outside.
management, they know
He
better.
said it. He gave a good answer.
Right.
Mhm.
They know better that they need more pieces. If you got to trade Jose Martinez for a left-handed bat, they talking about trading the Yankees trying to get Carlos Martinez for some prospects, like some like top 10, top 20 prospects. So whatever is needed to change the culture outside of hashtag fire Martini already happening, they
Mhm.
know they gotta make some more moves with
At
players too.
at this point, outside of Yadier Molina, whatever they got to do,
Yeah.
whoever they got to move, got to do it.
So my question for you, now that they let go of Matheny, are you more optimistic now with this Cardinals team?
I'm still having a wait and see approach because, like we said before, other than Matheny, the front office has some explaining to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they still got to show and prove. They still have to make some moves at the manager spot, and they have to bring in and whoever they bring in, what kind of moves they make. Because in the last few seasons, they have been silent on moves. So it's still a show and prove to me. Now the lens is on management.
Right.
I wouldn't say fire management or anything right now, but I just had to wait and see approach on that.
Yeah, I would say Mosaic, definitely watch out because if you don't start making smarter moves, you go up next. Bottom line. And this, my what if Bryce Harper says, you know what?
It would be a Mark McGuire type move because it's not no one is expecting that to happen. But it would be a big move.
Would they pay him?
Oh yeah, they got the money.
Money
Yeah.
is not an issue.
Well, the Cardinals. It has never been about having the money. It's been about the willingness to spend the money. So,
Right.
so let me rephrase that. Would they spend the money?
See, it's to a point now, like no one saw the firing happen
Mm-hmm.
during the season. Now since what, 95?
Mhm.
So they know now that whatever you used to do or didn't do back then, it's time for a change.
Mm-hmm.
And with them letting go of Matheny, it's gonna possibly now start attracting marquee guys to finally say, you know what, the problem is gone.
If you get a Joe Girardi as manager,
Which I may have a problem with that because I had on the comments earlier. He was fired for almost the same exact reason Matheny was.
Mm-hmm.
He got stale to the team, former catcher. He didn't really handle the youth well with the Yankees, and he wasn't transparent with the media in regards to breaking down why he did this during games, why he did that during games.
yeah. See, I was away from New York. I would have. I made a different argument. I made probably the exact opposite argument. So I don't know.
Yeah, so
Didn't know that part about
I'm listening to radio shows, whatever, and they were
Mhm.
saying that. I'm like, well, maybe Girardi may not be because kind of going back to what you just did with Matheny.
Mm-hmm.
So they need. I'm gonna say watch out for Schilt, Mike Schilt.
Mm-hmm.
They say he has a lot of respect. He's won in the minor leagues in regards to single A and double A and triple A.
I mentioned that. Yeah.
And he knows his analytics. You saw what he did with the lineup this past Sunday. Sunday, putting Yachty at the second spot.
Mhm.
But they would never done that. kept Harrison Bader in the game while he was hurt.
Right.
Then he explained to the media why he put in Jose Martinez in the fourth inning as a pinch hitter.
Mm-hmm.
But then he would have had him wait till it's like 8-0, and then finally put him in the game. So he knows what I think he knows what to do more with the team. He wants to be more transparent with his squad as well. He said his main objective was to talk to every guy on the team during the All-Star break to get their vibe of the club.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about it? What can we do to make things better? But then he didn't give that same vibe. They say, but then he got to the point that he isolated everyone else, even Molina,
Mm-hmm.
making decisions about who to keep in the game, in regards to pitchers, etc. He got to the point that he just said, no, I'm just go by my own thought. So
You got Mike Maddox sitting there as a pitching coach.
exactly.
One of the top pitching coaches in the league.
So I guarantee you're gonna start seeing Schill say, Maddox, what you think? So I agree a little bit with Molina saying these guys just gotta play better. But now I think it's gonna be up to Schill in the staff now, and Mike Budaska, the hitting coach from AAA, who now with the team. Watch what he does with them guys. Watch out for Wong, Fowler, Pham, and Ozuna. They take off.
Like I said, it's a wait and see approach for me.
But overall, great show, y'all. Did your thing. Stan, you lost earlier in regards to the whole women thing. You just should have stopped.
I told you.
I'm like, cut
Told
it.
you.
Just move on. Next subject, because you was like 6 feet
You
under.
need to cut it.
Me and Tay was like, he need to go ahead and just stop.
Wait, so you were here the whole time?
Oh yeah, you was fighting.
I got a new idiot of the week.
No.
No, you can't do that.
No.
That's our show for the
Right.
I'm just like
You gotta,
that.
you gotta eat that L. Like everybody else, you gotta eat the L.
I gotta pull a Jameis Winston.
Yep.
We gotta eat an L today.
Gotta eat an L today.
But I was here for majority because I wanted to check it out like a fan, and I enjoyed y'all. And I was kind of being a
Did it look clear? Was it okay? Did it sound
I was
good?
trying to have you adjust some things every now and then with the phone text I was sending you. Other than that,
I'm sorry. Here at the platform, we put our phones on Do Not Disturb and silent. and
Yeah,
vibrate
see, we
for
don't
the most
have
part.
it going off.
For the most part. See,
Random
we're
times
focused on
today.
one thing and one thing only.
Mm-hmm.
It's the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sports.
And he read the text and then showed them to him so that he.
thank you for taking this smart route.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I mean,
And
She
by
showed
the
me a
way,
portion
next
now.
week we will be back downtown.
No, what?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, it is about that time. It is about that time.
next week downtown.
Time's just moving fast.
Yes. We have a very special guest, a longtime friend of mine. His name is Rodney Vine, former basketball player in college. He's currently a bodybuilder. He just won first place 2 weeks ago for a bodybuilding thing he did.
Awesome.
So look forward to having him on the show. And August the 1st, we're going to be at the Hershey's place. More details to come.
Does that mean free chocolate?
Find out. Stay tuned.
You're gonna have the chocolate bars with the.
Cut the feed.
They're
gonna have-
They're
gonna
gonna
have
have
chocolate.
donuts with chocolate on them because
Oh, see, that sounds
donuts
good.
around
Yeah, see,
because Krispy Kreme makes chocolate top donuts
with the Hershey on top
on
of
the
it.
platform on behalf of everybody. This is Charles Barkley. Somebody in the show.
Yes.
With that being said,
Because
now,
this Barkley thing is getting out of hand.
Yeah, it is.
Anna, you leaving? Yeah.
In 2 weeks. So I specifically took off on the 1st so that I
So
could
we-
join you guys.
I'm-
I will not be here next week, but the week after.
On your last show, I'm coming in a ball cap and a suit. It's Charles Barkley all day.
This is what I have to put
Or
up with,
Stephen A.
y'all.
Smith.
Please
Or
tell your
ooh,
friends-
Shaq.
Tell your friends to
Shaq.
go to our YouTube page and hit that subscribe. Let's get the more followers that we get, the more that we're able to go ahead and actually have a URL and it will say the platform instead of saying
User
and signs
Right.
and
H
symbols.
sign symbol slash.
And we get advertisements, which hey,
Exactly.
we get paid.
Uh-oh.
We need y'all to spread the
Compensation.
word. Platform Sports Talk Show on YouTube. We're getting global with this thing, y'all. And with that being said, I'm your boy Smooth.
And I'm Sadar.
And I go by the name of Stanton.
And I'm spicy again this week.
And it's about sports.
It becomes our business.
And business just picked up.
And the shirt.
Power up on them.
Stay smooth, my friends.
We doing the double guns again?
What? We can't do the double guns? Look, you know what? You finna stop hating on my
No, I
double
won't.
guns.